record. Oh. My coffee lost all of its heat and makes me sad, brings sadness to my realm. Hey, Debbie, I'm a little late. My coffee was made 10 minutes ago. Oh, God, my cat wants me to feed him more food. Okay, cat. I forgot, sorry. Here you go, cat. Hey, cat's fed. How you guys doing? Nick, good morning. Steve, hello. Annie, hello. Hello, everybody. How's it going, guys? Holly, hello, Holly. I want to enable chat timers and remind you guys to share this video around on the internet. Yeah, if you guys would, I appreciate it. Get some more people here. That would be great. Do whatever you got to do. So this morning, I was bathtub tweeting like I like to do. And I don't know why I take a bath. I take a shower after I take a bath. I was tweeting, and I went over someone's tweets, and they were talking about how important voting was. And my standard response for anyone talking about voting is for suckers who believe liars. All politicians are liars. And her response to me was, well, I'm thinking more on a local level to vote for local politicians. And I said, they're just as corrupt. Just wait till they get money and they'll get corrupted too. Some local person will offer them, a deal or some money or whatever, and they'll be bought just like anybody else. You can be bought federally. You can be bought locally. It doesn't matter. These politicians are all shit. That's the game. They get in the game to make money over on you. That's it. Oh, but this person's record, you didn't even do your due diligence. No, I don't research politicians because they're all fucking liars. Yeah, I'm not going to research someone so I can go vote for them and waste my time voting in a process that I don't even subscribe to. Hey Karen, Enoch, you had your coffee. Pfft, you didn't wait for me. Unreal. Annie, Holly, shower after tweeting. Yeah, you got to shower after you tweet. Yeah, you feel so dirty, right? Your triage ointment works very well, thanks. Darkest star. Yeah? Does it work for you? Good. I'm glad it's working. It's crazy, right? People think I'm crazy until they try the oil, and then they're like, wow, that guy might not be that crazy, actually. Well, withhold your judgment until you hear what I'm about to go off on this morning. So, as I said, she responded that, I wasn't doing my due diligence because I didn't research her local representative to find out all the wonderful things she's been doing her whole political career. And, you can name any politician that started out. They were doing really good when they started out because that's what you got to do. What do you want, Carlos? Buddy, you want some dry food? Hold on one more second, guys. My cat's being finicky AF. Finicky AF. Oh, God damn it. He's breaking on me. There you go. All right. Off you go, kitty cat. The cat's being weird. So, I don't know how to communicate with him sometimes. Billy, good morning. You're going to like this, Billy. So, she says to me, I didn't do my due diligence on the politician. And my response was, I don't research politicians. I don't research liars. I don't have the time anymore. I don't participate in that whole thing. I was going to respond to her that I'm off grid. I supply my own power. I have my own water. And eventually I plan on supplying my own food. But right now I do have my own food here if I need to. I'm stocked up and stacked up on all kinds of food. I've got a pantry and things. But I didn't say that, because I understand that there are people out there who they don't have my resources. You can't get an off-grid house. You can't get water. You can't get, a source of food. You can't plant a garden. I understand that. So I didn't go there. I didn't want to be like, it's up to you to take care of yourself. I understand that all of you out there that are playing this game that believe it's the politicians' responsibilities to take care of you. Do you know that anytime I go into a chat, a space on Twitter, and the kids are in there talking about communism, that's exactly what they're hoping for. And it's a false hope because it's never going to happen. Not in the United States. We're not going to become a communist country. I guarantee it. Okay? It's not going to happen. But the fact that you're pining for it, the fact that you're begging for it, the fact that you want it so bad is a statement of your inability to take care of yourself without a government. Look, I understand. There's some people out there that need the government to take care of them. That's what we've subscribed to. That is our the choice we've made to regulate ourselves. Certainly, I understand that. At the same time, a car is how you get into how you travel from one place to another, right? You get in the car to go there. But if you get in the car and it works for the first few years, you got it, and it's getting you there and everything's working, great. Keep putting gas in it. But when the car no longer works and you can't get it fixed anymore, are you still going to go hop in that car and wait for it to go drive you somewhere? That's what voters are doing today. They're getting in a car that broke down on the highway miles ago, and it's not going anywhere, but they still keep putting gas in it like they think it's going to do something for them. Look, this woman may have found the last good politician out there, but if she did, that's it, man. Good for you. You found one. You know what? Go vote for your little politician there and see if that helps you locally. Best of luck to you. My point is the system is broken. You want to look at the fucking broke down cars, the politicians? Look at the highways. Yeah, the system, the political system is broken. You're a double below knee amputee and get phantom pain at night. This ointment takes it away. Whoa. Whoa, Darkest Star. Whoa. Now that is serious. Now that's fucking serious. Holy shit. I'm tweeting that shit right now. And you know what? If you guys had any decency at all, you would retweet this. You'd go on my Twitter and you'd retweet this at Matt Dillahunty and everybody else. Right now, you hop on Twitter and you'd help me out. All of you. Morning, I'm getting plenty of support from other people, but not from people who watch this show, which is sad. But there's a lot of other people out there on Twitter now who are starting to listen to me. And they're starting to retweet me and shit. It's great. Not y'all. Not you guys. But, I mean, some of you all think that just getting on Twitter and hitting like to all my tweets is enough, but you won't engage any of the tweets. You won't make a comment. You won't retweet them. And you're just like. Do I get my free triage oil now? No, you don't. Hashtag triage oil. It's just too bad. I was looking at Jackson Hinkle's Twitter today. He's only been on Twitter since 2019. Do you know he put up a tweet today? It got like 30,000 retweets. Do you know when I put up a tweet, it gets 0 retweets? 0 fucking retweets. Jackson Hinkle, 35,000 fucking 0 retweets. 0. Out of juice and out of time? No, not Cybertrucks. I was talking about politicians. I was comparing politicians to cars. So back in the day, it used to be the politicians asked for your vote. They would get into office and they do stuff that they told you they were going to do. Now, all that is saying it's true until they get into the office, get money from big corporations, and don't do what they told you that they promised you they're going to do. So it's a car on the highway. You've been putting gas in it. It's been taking you to work, back and forth. Fine. When the car stops working, you still going to put gas in that fucking car? That's what today's voters are doing. They're still gassing up a car that ain't running. That was a good analogy. Dude, I wrote the greatest tweet. Billy, I wrote a tweet today and I thought of you when I wrote it. It's probably the greatest tweet I've ever written. And you're going to laugh. Are you ready? Maybe if you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to show it to you. I'll let you read it. I should pin it. I want reparations from social media is about to get bumped from my new tweet. That was a good one. This one's better. Let's pin this one. It's got, I don't know how many likes. Let me see. It's got 4 likes and 3 retweets. You guys are awesome. Yeah, my kinky hair tweet. Oh, you saw it. I knew you were going to see that. I was thinking about you, Billy. I was like, Billy is going to love and respect me for this one. This is the greatest. This is my greatest material ever. Hola, driving. Hey, Oracle. Welcome to the show, buddy. Hey, Dom. Candace. Steve Roning saw it too. Steve, thank you. Yeah, you saw that shit. Look at my tweet and you fucking tell me how awesome I am for writing this tweet this morning. Dude, somebody that I don't know actually said, named Peace Mob said, lol, that is a zinger right there. You know? Isn't that nice? They called it a zinger. Someone saw it and liked it. There's my tweet. Candace thinks gerrymandering is what the colored people put in their kinky hair. And we're going to talk about something else today. It's going to go way past this. I got called a racist twice today on Twitter. One time I got called a racist because I'm a white person that's judging Candace Owens on her blackness. And that makes me a racist. I'm not allowed to have an opinion about Candace Owens and how she feels about African Americans because I'm a white guy. Nah, sorry. Yeah, I still got an opinion about her and I'm going to spout it off. It doesn't make me a racist. Yeah, you don't get to draw some kind of a fucking get out of jail free card because of the color of your skin. That's not what that is. That's fucking racist. For triage oil, when I tweet you, I just do it. Bro, I could care less for triage oil when I tweet you. I just do it. How dare you? I can care less. Okay. That's up to you, Enoch, if you can care less for triage oil. I really don't understand that, but the fact is the triage oil helps a lot of people. So I don't understand why you don't give a fuck about triage oil. Oh, I got you. Receiving triage oil. Oh, Enoch, do you have any triage oil? You know, if some of y'all get on Twitter and really start fucking doing it, yeah, I'll take notice. I will. You know, Oracle's been supporting the fuck out of me on Twitter lately, which I really appreciate, Oracle. Thank you. Lol, you're implying all black people have kinky hair. It was racist as fuck, and I laughed my ass off. But I'm not offended. I don't care. It's funny in its own way. Dude, I said colored people in quotes, so I didn't feel the need to put quotes. Don't you understand? That was from Candace Owens' perspective. I was speaking as if I was Candace Owens when I said it's what the colored people put in their kinky hair. I should have put kinky hair in quotes too, bro. It went right over your fucking head. Wow. Billy, really? Really? You didn't catch that one? You didn't realize that was me talking like I was being Candace Owens when I said, oh, okay. Cool, bro. You're just busting my balls. Mutton chops or goatee? Busting my chops. You're busting my chops. I got it. Okay, you can bust my chops. I like it. I'm like, yeah, you know, I don't classify anyone by the color of their skin, by their race or anything. This was completely done as a statement that Candace Owen would be making. Candace thinks gerrymandering is what the colored people put in their kinky hair. And I fucked up with the quotes. I thought about it before I read. I was like, I don't have to say kinky hair in quotes too. It's colored people's enough. I should have put fucking kinky hair in quotes too. because that was supposed to be from Candace, you know? You couldn't hear my inflection when I typed it. You got to type that shit out, man. I fucked it up. See, I already fucked it up. My best tweet ever, and I fucked it up. Rocks 1SMF. What's up? Heavy P, I did see you liked, I think, a tweet of mine on Twitter. Thank you. Thanks for that. When I get stopped, I'll catch up with Twitter. That's a great tweet. When you get stopped, don't get stopped by the police. That is a great tweet, right? It's a great fucking tweet, man. It's one of my best. But we want to get into more of the me being called a racist on Twitter. That statement is not why I got called a racist on Twitter. I got called a racist on Twitter because I questioned Candace Owens' blackness. How dare me? How dare me question Candace Owens? Because she's black. So she's allowed to, have an opinion around her blackness. But I'm white. So as a white man, I'm not allowed to have an opinion around Candace Owens' blackness. Well, I beg to differ. And I challenge you. And I challenge you to fucking prove me wrong on my First Amendment right in this country to speak freely about whatever the fuck I want to. And if I want to say Candace Owens is insecure about her own blackness, then I will indeed say that shit. Except for Jesse Lee Peterson, it's really hard to find someone that delusional about the color of their own skin. And if you don't like me having a fucking opinion about it, call me a racist and leave. You're wrong. You're wrong. I've got every right to have an opinion about this bullshit. And if people didn't want me to have an opinion about it, well, they shouldn't be retweeting fucking Candace Owens then. But if you're going to retweet Candace Owens, I'm going to put my fucking opinion out there about her. I don't care what the fucking color of her skin is. It's not going to stop me from calling her out for being the fucking dumb bitch that she is. Or you think that's some kind of a fucking, a force field she gets? I'm black. You can't say anything bad about me. Well, fuck you. You just called me white. Like that's some kind of a fucking put down. Fuck you. How about that? You fucking racist cunt, bitch. And the person I'm referring to, I believe, is a man. I don't know, because they're too much a pussy to put their fucking face on their avatar on Twitter. Hi, Phil. How are you? Haven't had any in a while, so made some. There's one thing, I was going to talk about this before. You go into these spaces on Twitter where the kids are talking about communism, right? And they're begging for it. They want the government, they want Daddy Biden to fucking put the tit of the government in their fucking mouths. That's what they all want. If you're begging for communism, you can't take care of yourself. You want the government to take care of you. I get it. I totally get that. But I'm telling you, you do not want the government to have every say in your personal life. And that's what communism is. Well, these are the kind of clothes you're going to wear. This is the job you're going to have. This is the car you drive. And this is where you fucking live. This is to eat. And this is the land you're going to stand in. This is the line you're going to stand in to get that fucking food. Yeah. Oddly enough, your black friends have the same opinion of Candace. Oddly? Why is that odd? What, that your black friends can see the truth? Why is that odd, Rox? That doesn't even make sense. You should say, of course, my black friends have the same opinion of Candy. Not, what? Do you think they're just going to side with her because of the color of their skin, bro? She doesn't make any sense when she speaks. Oh, sarcastically odd. Oh, okay, I got you. My bad. You should have said oddly enough. I got you. I get it now. Oh, I totally get it now. Oddly enough. I get you. My bad. I read it wrong. Everyone, happy Chirptacular Thursday. Much love. Stay lifted. Thank you, Amber. I got you now, sarcastically. Stupid son of a bitch. Biden, stupid. Joe, stupid son of a bitch. Biden, I love it. They have a word for Candace. Yeah, they word for Candace. I'm aware of that. It's a very racist word. I understand that. Yeah, you don't have to. That's not the word I was thinking of. The word I was thinking of was just as bad. And it's racist. So, but you can't help your thoughts. You can't stop your fucking thoughts. And if Candace Owens is gonna fucking give you goddamn silver platter of shit to thoughts, hey man, I can't fucking stop that shit. I don't have to say the words, and I won't. But I just want you to know, oh yeah, they're bouncing around in my fucking head. You know? Nobody makes me want to curse more than Candace Owens does. But the one thing I won't do is hate myself because I'm white. And another thing I won't do is stand by and let people use the word white as it's like some kind of fucking put down. And when you go into these spaces, Twitter, there's a lot of black folks out there that are using the word white as a put down. Yeah, I got called an ugly as fuck white old man today. And the ugly as fuck part I totally agree with. Old, I totally agree with. I am old. White, yeah, I agree with that. But at the same time, that's a bad thing that I was born this color, and you're going to blame me for the fact that I was born this color, and I have an opinion that you might disagree with. So I'm white. Oh, you fucking white man. You're so white. Yeah, I'm fucking white. Get the fuck over it, you fucking communist cunt. And I just want to throw this out there too. This is in no way a slight against my friend Rome at all. Wasn't even thinking about him when I said this, but I realize he is an African American and he is a communist. He's got nothing to do with any of this. I want you guys to know that. If he wants to be a communist, he can be a communist. You know, I understand he goes out and puts food in people's mouths, and I appreciate that. At the same time, I think he's wrong on the whole. The government should be my fucking tit in my mouth. Yeah, I disagree with him on that, but I don't hold it against him. You know, he's welcome to his opinion. You know, I don't think that Rome is the kind of person to ever slight me for being white. And the other day, I was in one of Rome's chats, in one of his spaces, and it was fucking great. And he was pontificating, and he was speaking, and he was making so much sense. And then this fucking dumb racist cunt came in, a black guy, came into this space and called himself a black Nazi. And Rome took offense immediately and started chastising. I wish I had it on recording. I wish I had it recorded. Chastised the guy. Fucking just dragged this motherfucker up and down, right? And said, how dare you, motherfucker? And he said it right. And everybody, and there were 40 people in that fucking space, and they all agreed with everything that Rome was saying. And I appreciated that. And he was right. He was right. And the things he said, he's like, look, man, if you don't like Jews, that's on you. He's like, but Jews have to be on our side too if you want to win this thing. And you can't isolate anyone, you know, based on your differences with them, regardless, religion, Jews, whites, color of their skin. It doesn't fucking matter. Their sexual preference. You don't push people away from your fucking movement. And he made total sense. He said, you need to learn to appreciate everyone for their differences. And I was like, fucking Rome, bro. That's why I had him on this show. That's why I interviewed him, because he makes more fucking sense. So many other cunts out there. And he could call himself a communist all he wants. He'll always have my fucking respect. High CPU usage. Okay. Are we good? Joe, stupid son of a bitch. They have the word for Karen, okay, and others. That's another one. That's their word. I'm Mexican American, bro, and I've been called the white man. The ignorance. Hey, man, it's okay if you get called white. Trust me, bro. It's not all that bad. It's not bad to be white. Yeah, you know, sometimes you got to put up with a little bullshit. But hey, man, we got privilege and shit. Yeah. You're only, you know, we get pulled over by a cop. It's pretty cool, bro. When you're white and you get pulled over by a cop, you never have a problem. They don't fuck with you. It's true. It's true. I mean, I don't show the police any attitude when they pull me over either. So that's all it takes. White skin, and you just be nice, And usually you get off with a Florida or California or anywhere in between. To be nice racists, you know, almost like that. I don't know. You might want to look into that a little bit. Some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You're only white for political voting purposes. Conservatives need more people to be white so they. We call each other right. Right? Do you guys really use racist terminology to refer to each other? You know, I'm okay with that if everybody's on the same page. But I'm not. It's not everybody's on the same page. I would go along with that if the whole world did. I would. But I'm not going to call cannabis weed, and I'm not going to call cannabis marijuana. Okay? I draw the line at those two fucking words. So, now it's actually 5 words, but those two are the worst. Absolutely the worst. I see a lot more people referring to cannabis as such on Twitter, which is great. It's great. People are starting to learn that the word marijuana is racist and was invented by a racist. So every time you use the word, you're a racist, especially once you find out the truth behind it. It's so hard to get that through to people like Kyle Klinsky and David Pakman. It's like they almost want to be racists against Hispanics. I don't get it. And the damnedest thing is David Pakman is fucking Hispanic. Right? Hilarious. And yet he's fucking uses racist terminology against Hispanics. Totally ignores me when I fucking try to point that out to him. It's true. Latinos in Florida, for example. You know what's funny? Instead of just ignoring me, they could just stop using the word. Wouldn't that be funny? They start calling it cannabis one day. Oh, you finally started listening to me. Wow. It's like you actually want to get access for cannabis for everyone now. It's actually like you actually want to work towards that and change some of your stupid rhetoric just so, everyone will have access to it. Almost. Let me know when that day comes when people are serious about it. As long as you keep saying legalize marijuana, you're not working towards anything. You say legalize weed, you're not working towards anything. You're not getting anything for anybody. You've been called everything, Steve? Words matter. Have I ever lived in the South? Have I ever lived in the South? Rocks. I'm from Florida, bro. I lived in Florida for 40 fucking years. Fuck that South state fucking. Ugh. Dude, I think about it every day. Am I going to go back to Florida or am I going to stay here and keep my sanity? Between the goddamn humidity and the racists and Ron DeSantis and all the Ron DeSantis supporters out there. Hey, you guys hear what's going on in Florida? Ron DeSantis is losing favor. A whole bunch of people are getting sick and dying, right? And he's trying to pass legislation over there for treatments that don't even work on the new variant. And they are just all through the mud in Florida right now. It's great. I'm like, there's hope for fucking Florida yet. Florida might actually win me back. You get rid of that DeSantis cocksmoker, yeah, I'd consider moving back. That's about it. Yeah, it's a nice place to visit. Unless your family lives there, then it's a nice place to stay with your family, I'm a born-again Californian. Originally from California? Or are you from the South and you moved? The first 5 minutes of Pineapple Express explains a lot. What? I might have to go watch that and see what you're talking about, Patrick. Now I'm curious. What's the first 5 minutes in Pineapple Express? I don't remember the first 5 minutes. I don't remember it. They talking about the origin of the strain or something? So let's keep going here. There's so much to talk about today, guys. Wow, you guys, thank you for going on Twitter and retweeting me. Wow, 6 likes, 4 retweets, 2 comments. Thank you, guys. I mean, it's not 35,000 retweets like Jackson Hinkle gets, but it's 6. And, thank you, guys. I appreciate you so much for just trying. It's better, though, and it's a start, at least for me. I mean, maybe more people will see it now. Maybe more people will see my tweets and see how fucking smart, witty, and awesome and funny I am. Or maybe more people will call me an old as fuck, ugly white man. Either way, it's attention, right? This guy right here, he's like, lol, that's a zinger right there. He even gave me a meme. He's like, I got Candace good on that one. Somebody agreed with me. Hey, look at this one. Look at this one right here. Hey, let's send all the kids back to school. Right, Jimmy Dore? Right, Jimmy Dore? Let's send all the kids back to school. Look at this little chart. New confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Israel, France, UK, US. Oh, do you guys hear what's going on in the UK? Get ready. Here's another prediction from your esteemed Nays Gardener leader. Are you ready? Here it comes. You ready? Okay. Yesterday, the UK announced they're lifting all of them. No more restrictions. You do whatever you want. Move around. Breathe on each other. Do whatever you want. Have fun. You want my prediction? Again, here we go. What's the date? It's going to be February here soon, right? January 27th, right? Okay, today's the 27th, 28, 29, 30. 4 more days in January. I'm going to give them the 4 days. I'm going to give you the 4 days, okay? 2 weeks. 2 weeks into February. February 14th, Valentine's Day. Watch what's going on in the UK. It's going to be mass chaos. Everyone's going to be sick. Everything's going to be shutting down because no one's going to be around to run the goddamn country. Watch. Their economy is going to fucking crash. You watch. So we got 2 weeks of this. Let's just wait and see. And every time I've ever fucking called this, I've been right. UK, Boris Johnson, they're going to lift all the restrictions over there. Oh, move. We're so tired of being restricted. I can't go see my neighbor. I can't go for a walk outside. When. Indoctrination. Did I just log you in to hear you say you consider moving back home? If Ron DeSantis gets his ass beat, yeah. And Floridians fucking snap out of it, and start wearing masks again. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to get COVID, man. I don't want to be sick for fucking 10 days because when I get sick, I'm twice as sick as everybody else. What's it going to do to me? I don't want to find out. I just hit the nail on the head. Dami, that's what I try to do every day on here. I wish you would say that more often. Thank you. Let me know when you're agreeing with me in the chat. Thank you. It's the bee's knees, Pineapple Express. A Valentine variant coming. I hate that, man. UK already has passed their peak of infection. That's why they're opening everything. Oracle, are you a scientist? Are you a scientist? Are you an expert? You just stated something in my fucking chat and you're acting like you're some kind of a fucking medical expert. Who told you that UK's already passed their peak of infection? Do you think when they open up the whole government today, bro, you think that that's all just going to go away? Oracle? What kind of fucking oracle are you, man? I thought you were supposed to see into the future, bro. You're following. Oh, that's an oxymoron. UK experts. Oh, you're hilarious. There's no experts in the UK, man. Just people who think that you're supposed to say aluminium. Yeah, that's an expert. Aluminium. Those are your fucking UK experts. Aluminium, bro. They say aluminium. Are you fucking kidding me? They don't even know how to talk. They are called England and they don't even know how to speak English. Hey, Kush Cash, what's up? I'm kind of an introvert, so I have that working for me. You're an introvert? Me too, right? I am too. I mean, I love being alone, bro. I don't like people that much. I love it. You know, after a while, it gets on you. My husband went to my daughter's school yesterday. My kids are the only ones in their class wearing masks, and little shits are walking around yanking. Laney, if somebody takes somebody's mask off, they need to go to jail for fucking assault and battery. That's assault and battery. If somebody takes your mask off your face, that's assault and battery. Are you charging those little fucking cunts with a crime? Are you calling the police, Laney? I hope. I hope you're calling the police and fucking filing charges. Fuck that shit. Hey, man, if I want to wear a mask, fuck you. If I want to wear a mask, your mom's a cunt. All right? Fuck you. Don't let it bother you so much. How about that? Jesus, fuck. If I want to wear a mask and you don't like it, your mom's a cunt. All right? Fuck you. And I just love that I got these guns now. Because you know what? I walk around in public with a mask, and I see these big older men, you know, think they're all tough and shit, and they don't have their mask on, look at me and sneer at me, and then they kind of check me out, and they fucking look away. And they're like, that motherfucker looks like he's going to beat my ass. Goddamn right I do, motherfucker, because I'll jump all over you like a fucking gorilla. It's consider it violating their personal space, and it also battery. It's assault and battery. When they touch you, it's battery. Did I get the Satanist mask? No, I'm not doing Satanist mask. I kind of lost my appetite for Satanist mask, bro. Maybe I'll come to it one day. They've really lost me as a customer. You know, they fucked up so bad, bro. They've done themselves horribly. They were not ready for that release. They shouldn't have done it. They pushed it too quick, and everybody had to sit and fucking wait. And, you know, there's going to be more people out there like me that are like, dude, I don't trust you motherfuckers. If you can't even get the release of your app out right, what the fuck? I'm supposed to trust you with my fucking crypto? No. Fuck you. Not you, Oracle, but fuck Satanist. That old man strength is a real thing. It is, right? It's because they don't work. They don't do anything. And then one day it's just explosive energy. It took three months for me to get my kidney stones out. Now, on January 1st, the hospital was full of people sick, and I put together, it was after Thanksgiving and Christmas. All right. Yeah. Just like right? Another prediction from me. Yeah. I told you guys, watch after Christmas and Thanksgiving, watch the hospitals. And sure enough, January comes around, and look, they're talking about all hospital emergency rooms are all fucking filled up with people. Oh. But Jimmy Dore says that's all a lie. Jimmy Dore says that's not true. He with that stupid fucking smirk on his face while he says it. They did invent the English language. Well, I had that same argument with a Brit. He had a valid. No, Queen Victoria kicked all the people who can't think out of the country. Now we're all over here saying things like potatoes. I love it, Billy. Oh, you guys make me laugh so hard in the morning. Bro, that old strength, okay. Police took the report yesterday, statements, and she had two friends also be witness. He also said something sexual to her, which didn't. The police officer said something sexual to your daughter? What, Laney? What? Well, you're going to have to tell me about this. And having the adult weekend, no one is wearing masks. There will be a rise here like crazy, and these are the parents. No, the boy who took the mask off your daughter and said something sexual to her? It makes me want to fly to Florida right now and find that kid. Dude, I'm the last motherfucker he wants to see at his front door. Oh, boy, man. It's like I've never felt like a surge of energy go through my fucking arms like I am right now. I just want to beat a motherfucker like a gorilla. Oh! What? And he's still in school? Lady, what school is that? They let a kid like that stay in school? Tell me he didn't get expelled for that shit? And she's got witnesses? Dude, look, we can't talk about Lainey. I love you too much. We can't talk about this anymore. On my show. We're going to have to take this up privately. I'm going to get too upset. All right? I can't even do this to my audience right now. So deep breath and let's smoke. No, I asked you. I asked you to tell me, and now I'm. It just went so quickly, so bad, so fast. I asked you to tell me, Lainey, just so you know. So hey, everybody, UK thinks that they're over the hump because, freaking Oracle says they are. Because UK experts, because those people in the UK, they're so smart. They've got the BBC over there. They've got the Daily Mail over there. That's where those idiots get their news from. A fucking tabloid, a trash fucking tabloid joke of a goddamn newspaper that prints bullshit articles. That's where the UK gets their fucking news from. These guys are idiots. Oh, and you're not allowed to speak out against the government in the UK. They lock your ass up in prison. Yeah, that's the fucking UK. Suck my dick, England. We should have fucking destroyed you when we left that motherfucker. We should have burnt that shit to the fucking ground. Call you later? Okay. We should have burnt that shit to the ground. Fuck England. And fuck Boris Johnson and his stupid fucking Trump wishing he could be fucking Donald Trump haircut. That was pretty funny. Give me a laughing face if you've laughed at all during this podcast. I'd love to get some laughing faces in my chat. I hope I'm entertaining you all with my rage. Just understand, most of it is faux. Most of it's faux. Some of it's real, though. Some of it's genuine. I don't like people using the word white to try to put other people down. That's racist AF. Okay? So if you're out there on the internet anywhere, think before you call someone a white person again. All right? Just think about it. All right? Because that shit works both ways, motherfucker. That motherfucker, think about if you had just reversed what I had said on Twitter. What that guy said to me, and just reversed it a little bit. How long do you think my account would stay up on Twitter for being a racist? Right? Not long. More of that, more rage. It's faux rage. I have nothing to complain about, really, I have beautiful friends that love me. And I have a beautiful life. And we have so much to be thankful for. And there's so many people out there that don't have that in their lives today. And I feel bad for all those people. At the same time, I'm losing empathy, man. And that's bad. That's not good. But, a lot of this shit, people calling me white and old man, and that's fucking, society is shunning me. They're pushing me away. And, take my fucking millions and walk, motherfucker, That's how I feel. You want me to be a contributing member of society? Well, then start including me and stop calling me white and stop calling me ugly old man, and understand that if you disagree with something I said, you don't attack me personally over it. You attack what I said. And if you can't stick with that, then I fucking win and you lose. Get the fuck over it. You know, I was in a debate with somebody and they started calling me names. I said, well, you lost. You can't just start calling me names in the middle of a debate. You've lost already. You're not even discussing the points of the debate. Now you're just attacking me personally. This is what Sam Cedar did to Jackson Hinkle. And let me tell you something. After that debate yesterday, well, it wasn't even over, but Jackson got disconnected. And that cunt, Sam Cedar, that fucking cunt. And let me tell you this. His mom's a cunt. Everybody on that show is a cunt. I'm glad that dude that used to be on that show is fucking dead. Fuck them all. All right? Michael Brooks, fuck you. Fuck them all. He started smearing Jackson on his show. Now, Jackson had a little thing on. It was kind of cute. It happened on Twitter. He got ratioed by his dad. It was cute. It was funny. And it was embarrassing for Jackson. At the same time, he doesn't hide it. I mean, it's not like he hides it. His dad fucking ratioed him on Twitter. Hey, man, my dad could probably ratio me too. You know, if my dad could still type, he could probably ratio the fuck out of me. But the fact was, Sam Cedar felt it necessary during that fucking debate to bring that up and to show it to everybody, a picture of Jackson Hinkle's father ratioing him, you know, having more likes on his tweet. Oh, Jackson had on his tweet. And that was supposed to be the ammunition that Sam Cedar brought to that fucking debate. A smear. He lost the debate before it even started. He had that in his quiver. Yeah, man. He had it ready to go. The tool was in the tool belt, ready to fire off. He's like, bring that up. Oh, really? Bring up the fucking smear? Yeah, and they tag teamed him too, but, you know, they didn't do that very well because Jackson fucking moderated the fuck out of those cunts. Jackson moderated those cunts. Thank you, Laura Thomas. You look beautiful. Thank you. He moderated that shit. He fucking stood up like the only adult in the room, and he fucking acted like he was the professor in the classroom. And he made them all shut up, and he didn't stop talking until they shut the fuck up and let him finish his statements. Man, I was so proud. I learned. I never thought I'd learn that much from Jackson Hinkle. Really, I didn't. I just support him because I like what he does. Oh, he got me off guard yesterday, bro. I was like, respect. And how many of you guys have more respect for Jackson Hinkle after watching that? Give me a 1 in the chat for Jackson Hinkle. If you got more respect for him now that you see what he's capable of. And you know he's only 21 years old. The kid is 21 years old. He went like that with fucking Sam Cedar. He dealt with him in seconds. Boom, tossed him out like yesterday's fucking garbage. Steve Running, yes. 1. Thank you, Steve. Yes. Jackson Hinkle, man. You're too sweet, looking damn good yourself. Always have. Oh, thank you, Laura. I'm single. You know, I get all these girls act interested in me. They want to text me and shit. They don't text back. Play ball. I'm like, I'm just looking for one. I just need one. You know, the first one that gets serious with me, she's going to win me. The world we're living in today is a fucking joke. Nobody wants to commit to anything anymore. You know, we're a bunch of commitless fucking douchebags now. Did I read about the transport rally? There's a bunch of trucks coming in, right, to Canada, was it? Where they're against the mandates or something. They're protesting the mandates in Canada. Is that what that is, Oracle? I don't give a fuck about that shit. You know, I really don't care. And I'll tell you why I don't care. Because the people who are mostly crying about this are the ones that don't want to get that. So you want my sympathy up, and then we'll talk. Otherwise, sucks to be you, I guess. You know, mandate me all you fucking want. I'll do it. I know the power of I understand the science behind That's the difference between me and most idiots out there on the internet today. And you decide for yourself Zuckerberg banned 77,000 truckers' Facebook. Really? Because they're anti-mandate? Tommy, really? Tommy, I know you wouldn't come in here and lie to me, right? And just make some fucking bullshit up. Now I got to Google that shit because it doesn't sound... Fake accounts. No, there's nothing on the news about it. Did you just make some shit up? Tommy, did you just make that up? It's countywide 200 kilometer of trucks. Oh, countrywide 200 kilometers. Yeah, truck drivers are just fucking weird, aren't they? I mean, Nick Brown didn't seem to have a problem getting taken care of after he heard me talk about it a little bit. You know? Yeah, they're headed toward the Capitol wanting them to reverse the mandate. You know what? Just go get the goddamn and shut the fuck up. If they had all just played ball, they wouldn't have been mandated to do it. Nobody wanted to fucking play ball, so this is what they get. Good. Fuck them. I don't care. Whatever happened with that rocket hitting the moon? I don't know. You're the only one I ever heard talking about it. Tommy, are you not going to fucking back up your statement? Are you going to retract it? There's nothing in the news about 77,000 fucking... There's nothing in the news, bro. So you want to tell me where you heard it, Tommy? I'm still waiting to hear back from you. I really hate when people hang me up on this goddamn chat. If you're going to say something in my chat, be prepared to back it up. You're going to sit there and talk like you just said it like it was a fact, bro. So are you a fucking liar? Where did you hear this? Some stupid fucking Facebook post? Or is it from a legitimate news source? I'm an idiot. I'll shut up. But I saw it on my trucker friend's Facebook. Right. Don't come in here smearing your shit on the lies. Dude, don't come in here with a stupid fucking Facebook post. If you've got some legitimate news, you could share that. I'm trying to teach you guys the importance of not mining your news from your stupid Facebook friends. And actually read the article, right? See where it comes from. Go find out who the author was, who's paying them. Yeah, I don't subscribe to that bullshit, man. I'm like, 77,000 truckers had their Facebook accounts deleted from Mark Zuckerberg. Really? Okay, so you know Zuckerberg did it? I mean, so many facts here, bro, that you spout. Like, you never even said, hey, man, they're claiming, or I heard, or supposedly. You just state it like it's a fact. Do you understand the difference there, Tommy? I hope you do. I hope you get it. The beard's gone. I don't know what you're talking about. I never had a beard. That was in your mind. Rabbit holes. And rabbit holes. Rabbit holes. You're right. But it's just, the fact that you would mention that on my live stream, you've got nothing to back it up. I Googled it, bro. Nothing came up. You could have Googled it too. That's what I want to get you guys to do before you come to me with something that just doesn't sound right. Listen to it. Does it really seem feasible that all of a sudden 77,000 trucker accounts got banned on Facebook? It just doesn't seem right. I'm doing this. Like, that doesn't sound right. So I consider the source. Well, it's Tommy. I've had to block him from the stream multiple times. Okay. So I asked Tommy for his source. Oh, it's a Facebook post from one of my fucking friends, the trucker friends. Yeah. Okay. What's the article? Where did it come from? What's the source of that information? Did you click on it? Did you follow it through? That's what I want you guys to do. Quit fucking taking shit on face value. I mean, I don't care where you get. I don't care if you hear from me. If I fucking tell you some shit, whatever, and you don't believe it, go and check up on it. Don't just take my word for it. Don't take anybody's word for it. This is why we're so stupid, man, because we just go through life accepting what people tell us instead of stopping the laziness, getting up off our asses and just Google. It's there for you guys, man. I don't care if you use DuckDuckGo or fucking Bing or whatever the fuck. It's there. You know, you can use the fucking Google excuse all you want, but fucking there's all kinds of search engines, man. Fucking dogpile that shit. I don't give a fuck. Go to goddamn Yahoo. You know, there's engines, man. Thousands of them probably. Sorry, Nate, I've missed a lot of live feeds over the last year. Been in the hospital a few times fighting for my life. James, why were you sick, brother? I'm sorry. That's because there's no critical thinking taught anymore. And, you know, we shouldn't have to teach critical thinking, Ross. Parents need to teach their kids. Okay, so Elon launched a Falcon 9 in 2015 that went rogue in space and now has been whizzing through orbit 5,000 miles an hour for 7 years, and it's about to smack into the moon. Okay, so, I mean, nothing. Moon, I mean, look at the craters on the moon, dude. Look at how hard the moon has been hit. That's nothing. It's nothing to worry about. That's my opinion. Just doing that. I hope that works for you. I hope that sets your mind at ease. 4.7 million GoFundMe raised for the truckers. Good. Let people pay for it. I don't care. Fuck those truckers. I mean, these guys, it's not like they're the first responders. It's not like they're the people that are, you know, breathing in the same air as the COVID victims in the emergency rooms. These truckers got some nerve. They sit alone in a truck all day and drive by themselves. They got some fucking nerve. Fuck these truckers. That's what I say. Fuck all the truckers. Fuck them. I got my trucker, Nick. He's good. All the other ones, fuck them. A bunch of fucking idiots. Hey, man, you want to get your fucking legal advice from somebody who's chosen to drive a truck? Go right ahead. You know, go send them fucking money. Send money to the fucking truckers. I got news for you. None of them have a fucking education. So think about it. They got about enough education to drive a fucking truck. Hey, just the facts here, folks. You know, they're so worried about, oh, you got to get this and you're some big badass trucker. You're worried about a little, are you fucking kidding me? Go do your goddamn service to humanity. You know, it's not like asking you to go to war, to go fight for your country's freedom. We're just asking you to take a little risk. It's a little risk. It's not even a big one. Yeah, you might be one of the people who has adverse effects, but think of all the other people who won't. And then if you get it, you got a better chance of surviving. And that's what it's all about. But you know what? Support the truckers. Send them your money. Get in the car and follow them down the road. Go block off all the fucking commerce. I don't give a fuck. It's hilarious, man. I don't give a fuck about your fucking bullshit. On a CB channel on 19, it becomes very apparent that you're swimming in a pool of 75 like he's in bad coffee. Hey, Chris, what's up, buddy? Hey, man, I'm just shooting blanks in the dark here, guys. Understand that. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just feel like spouting off a little bit this morning, and I'll spout off at anything. I'm not claiming to be an expert on anything that I pontificate on today, except my own whiteness. Does that bother you that I said whiteness? Does it bother you that I said I'm white? Well, get the fuck over it. You're a fucking racist. Wait till it affects the import and export within our countries. Let it, because you know what? It's going to hurt the truckers too. They rely on imports and exports too. You know, let them, freaking Arkle. I'm not worried about it at all. You're fucking complaining about a vax and a goddamn mask on your face. What a bunch of pussies. Man, I thought Canadians were supposed to be tough. Tougher than Americans. So I swear. I thought, and you guys just totally proved me wrong. The toughest aspect of your entire country, the truck drivers, turned out to be a bunch of pussies. What a bunch of fucking pussies. Get your vax. Quit crying. God. You know? These motherfuckers need to go to goddamn boot camp. You know? Go have some bullets fired over your fucking head. Toughen up a little bit. Get some combat training. Do some fucking push-ups. You know, get a spine. You fucking sugar-riddled, moronic, obese, fucking low IQ idiots. I need some coffee. Feels good today, man. Feels real good. Feels real good today, man. I think it was that second set of push-ups I did this morning. It really got me revved up. That's how Jackson Hinkle felt before he went into that goddamn debate with Sam Cedar yesterday. He said, I just worked out. I've never felt better in my life, he said. I'm like, yeah, my boy's ready. You're never going to find anybody. You're never going to find anybody who is right on everything. But I hope that I'm getting close to it for y'all. I hope that you agree with most of the things I say, and you can forgive me for the other things that you disagree with. I try to do that with y'all now, too. I have been ranting up a storm this morning. Woo! Like I said, it fucking feels good, man. I feel like my blood is pumping through my veins again. Woo! Enoch, thank you for the fire. Hell yeah. Enoch, Chris, take it away. Something. Ha 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 ha. Take it away, Nay. Ha ha. Hey, Nay. Hey, y'all, and I agree. Hey there. Is that Dakota Goodwin's all? No. Who is that? Yeah, whatever happened to Dakota Goodwin, I wonder, man. That's fucked up. He just disappeared. God, I hope he didn't. Is that Dakota? Oh, dude, what's up, man? I didn't know if that was your name or not. I couldn't tell it's you. Bro, what's going on? I can't see at the top of the screen, but I can see at the bottom of the screen better. Bro, man, where the fuck have you been? Good wins all, son. You got hurt on a rooftop, right? How you doing, man? Holy shit. That's a name from the past. I thought that said fucking Dakota. Hey, buddy. Dakota! Look at you, man. Well, I thought maybe you fucking just hated me. That's what I figure. When people stop watching my show, I'm like, they don't like me anymore. They disagree with me on too much shit. Wow, man. Good to see you. I'm going to refresh the chat here. Give me a second on the refresh. I'm going to disable the counter. Wow. Dakota. I got that kaveffi, and it's so good. It's nice to have some kaveffi. Sometimes in the morning, in the nighttime. Kaveffi. What's going on here, folks? What's going on here, people? We got more stuff to talk about. I didn't want to just talk about my whiteness. I've got other things to talk about, too. Believe it or not. This is like Ron DeSantis looking down at his flaccid penis, claiming it's as hard as a rock. Oh, DeSantis is trying to pass a bill to get this monoclonal antibodies, whatever the fuck, released to the state of Florida or something. And what they're saying is, bro, it doesn't even work on Omicron anymore. Those monoclonal antibodies don't work. And he's still trying to pass this stupid fucking legislation. I'm like, it's like he's looking at his fucking limp dick saying it's hard as a rock. Hilarious, right? Not bad. Living the dream. No, bro, love you. And it was a chainsaw to the knee. Ugh. Is that all healed up, bro? Oh, boy. Oh, God. Oh, I can't even imagine, bro. I can't even imagine. Like a goddamn horror story. Man, I saw a brutal movie last night called Meander. Holy fuck. Brutal. But it was good. I mean, the way the movie starts out, you're like, is this the whole movie's going to be like this? What the fuck is going on? But if you give it a few minutes, man, it starts getting really interesting. And yeah, I enjoyed it. Meander. It was long, but and it's brutal. It is a brutal movie. At the same time, man, it's really enjoyable. And like most of these movies today, the ending is definitely it's a disappointing ending. But the whole movie is pretty fucking good. Looks like a kissing lips. I can say, yeah, I'll see the picture of that scar, bro. Yeah, man, sure. Just send it wherever you want. What do you think will happen in Ukraine? Will there be war? Chris, I got news for you. We're already at war, man. We're already in a war. We're in a lot of wars. Will there be another war? Will there be an actual war where we're like lobbing rockets and missiles at each other? I think Putin wants something from the world. I don't think there's going to be a war. I could be wrong. I'm guessing here, guys. I don't know Putin. But this is what I think. I think he is trying to give himself a leg up in a bargaining situation. So now he's created, right, an extra thing that needs to be mitigated, right, so that he can ask for something in return. Right? Does that make sense? He's creating bargaining chips. He's building up his hand so that when he goes to Biden and says, you guys need to open up the fucking oil pipeline to Germany, they're going to be like, well, you need to take your troops off of Ukraine. He'll be like, okay. And America will be like, okay. That's how negotiating works. Ceasefire? Really? They are shooting bullets in Ukraine? I didn't know that. I've had a chainsaw kickback once. Now I have a pole saw, so I just get hit in the nuts by the handle. So, Billy says they're already fighting over there. $100,000 worth of armor and helmets? That's like nothing. What is that? Like two fucking sets of helmets and armor? That doesn't even make sense. It's just got to be way more expensive than that. This will likely be war, in my opinion. All right. Well, I disagree, but whatever. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not claiming to be an expert on it, on foreign affairs. I just, I see this as something that I think, all right, why, when you've got Russia, why the fuck would you need Ukraine? It just doesn't make sense unless he's using that as a bargaining chip. And I'm sorry, Chris, you can't see it that way. That's too bad. You just don't want to see it for what it probably most likely is. I mean, how is Ukraine threatening Russia? Oh, that's right, they're not. There's only one way it all makes sense, and that's my way. 5 guards were shot last night on the border, but it's Putin-backed guerrillas doing the shooting, not Russian soldiers. And the U.S. has sent 8,000 soldiers already. Yeah, let them fight, man. Let them fight. Let them go to war. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about anything anymore. I've lost so much empathy. I hope you guys don't mind that. I just don't care so much anymore, man. I could get all worked up about it and act like I gave a fuck, but I don't. I don't care what fucking Putin does. I don't care what fucking Biden does. I don't care what fucking Trump does. I don't care what NATO does. Through Messenger, and I agree. Why should I let it bother me? You know, if you want to go join a military and shoot bullets at somebody else who joined their military to shoot bullets at you, go right ahead. Go kill each other. It's fucking natural selection, man. Survival of the fittest. And you know what? The more of these people that think war is the solution that kill each other off, the less of them are around. Let the soldiers fight. Let the idiots who thought it was a good choice to go into the military go kill each other. I think it's a great solution to my problem. I don't like war, so let the warriors kill each other off. It's just like this whole COVID thing. Natural selection, survival of the fittest. You know, this is the way humanity is refreshing itself. We're getting rid of all you fucking idiots that refuse to wear or social distance or play ball so that us smart people can enjoy the planet without you idiots here. You fucking have your own goddamn opinion and believe whatever you want. But when you're in that bed and you're huffing and puffing, you remember what I told you. You could have avoided it. You could have. Or you could listen to Jimmy Dore who says, we're all going to get it. You know, you might as well just go out and catch it like Jimmy Dore tells you, right? Oh, everybody's going to get it. Really, Jimmy? Have you had it? No. Have I had it? No. Huh. Weird, huh? So not everybody has gotten it yet. But he still says that. Like he knows. Let me see this. And I know it's hard to get you guys to play ball with me. But please fucking play ball with me. How many of you in the audience have never got COVID? Give me a 1. If you've got COVID at least once, give me a 2 in the chat. I'm just kind of curious, just doing a little anecdotal poll here. How many people have got the virus before? How many people haven't? If you've never had it, give me a 1. If you've had it, give me a 2. Dakota, you had COVID, huh? Steve had it. So it's about even. 50-50? It's coming up 2s and 1s, right? That doesn't look like everybody, Jimmy Dore. Not in my audience, at least. Maybe Jimmy Dore should fucking ask his audience. You know? I see 2s, I see 1s. But I don't see a whole bunch of fucking 2s. In fact, I see more 1s than 2s. 5 to 1, 2, 3. 5 to 3. That's what I see, 5 to 3. Yeah, 5 to 3. More people haven't gotten it in my chat. Well, the people that decided to play ball, at least. Oh, 6. Dom didn't get it either. 7. Me. Steve Hart has got it. Give 1 for Steve. The fuck away and got juiced. Right, Billy? Right? You stay the fuck away mostly because the vax doesn't stop you from catching it, but it'll keep you alive if you have to go to the hospital. Good. Chris had it. More people haven't had it, though. So it just anecdotally, according to my little poll that I just did, Jimmy Dore's a fucking liar. Still, today, you're a fucking liar. Hey, Jimmy, let me know when 100% of my audience has COVID, me included. Let me know. Let me know when that day arrives, because you keep saying it every day with those stupid shit lips on your face. So fucking satisfied with yourself. You're all going to get it. Your children are going to live. Oh, it's not as bad as the flu. Whatever. Keep fucking lying to your goddamn audience so they all fucking drop dead too, Jimmy. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy Dore's misinformation has led to a few folks dying. It wouldn't surprise me at all because you decided to listen to his misinformation. Best of luck to you. You've gotten it twice, Chris? Jesus. Was it really bad, bro, with the vax? Was it really bad, or did you get through? Was it mild or was it severe? Mild or severe, Chris? Let me know. With 2 vax. 3 vax. I feel like doing another dab. I haven't smoked flower in like days. The second time was fine. First time was a little rougher. Maybe you got a different variant. First time was awful. Huh. How many days were you down for, bro? You guys, Chris Redgepick is a badass motherfucker. Listen, he's a fucking mountain man. And for him to say he couldn't breathe, it was awful. You need to take that in consideration because Chris is in like really good fucking shape. Last I saw Chris, man, he was in really good shape. You know, I'm sure he hasn't let himself go too bad. 4 months on and off from oh, I forgot you smoke cigarettes. I forgot. My bad, everybody. Chris smokes cigarettes. So it's going to make it rougher on you for sure because this is a breathing infection, you know? So if you could quit smoking cigarettes, guys, it would be great, but I understand that you can't. Just try to be more careful. Try to stay away from people. I know it's hard. Both have it. One twice, but asymptomatic, caught from her work. Wow, guys. I mean, you know, you can act like Boris Johnson and you can act like the UK and you can act like these trucking motherfucking asshole cocksuckers in Canada all you want. You can support that bullshit all you want. But just remember, when the time comes for you to catch this motherfucker and you're laying in that bed and you're down, just remember these words I told you, man. You're going to wish you fucking took a little bit more caution. You're going to wish that you didn't catch this motherfucker. And, yeah, an ounce of prevention, man. I learned that at a very early age. It's worth it. But, you know, if you need your freedom and you got to go run and dance in the goddamn rain, I understand that too. I really do. I understand it. I get it. I do. I totally get it. I've been depressed. I get it. But it comes with a huge price. And if you can't let your dog out to go poop outside, that's fucking sick. And that's what this thing does to some folks. Now, you want to play that Russian roulette? That's on you. It doesn't affect me at all. I choose to not be around you, not be exposed to those germs. Hey, Dom, let's not call it the jab, okay? That's negative terminology, and it's been indoctrinated into your brain because you're weak-minded. Don't let people indoctrinate you into calling this a jab. Vax is just as easy to type. V-A-X. Try it. Try it, Dommy. Don't be a Jimmy Dore. You've gotten all your shots plus booster. Me too, Carol. Now that the bipolar Texas weather is up and down, more people are getting. Just wait for UK. Give UK February 14th, Valentine's Day. It's going to be a beautiful day. I've never heard that one. I've never heard that. That's a new one for me. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying I've never heard it before. I got it through a client from work, and I don't know if it's true, but I've been told pets are getting it too. Pets can carry it. They've already proven that. Dogs can carry it. I think I'll never give up wearing a mask. I like it. Yeah, I don't mind wearing a mask. I don't mind wearing a mask. Bro, I'll go into stores. I'll go to gas station, wherever. Nobody's wearing masks. Even in the mandated areas, people are not wearing masks. And I don't care. I'll wear mine. And it's funny because people want to give you a dirty look. And, you know, when you're muscular and shit, people won't do it. People won't give you a dirty look. They're scared of you. It's hilarious. People are pussies, you know? Got a little fucking stand up a little taller, got a little bigger biceps, my chest puffed out a little bit. Oh, not even the biggest man wants to make eye contact with me. Because they know a smaller man can still take their ass down, you know? So, nothing but respect from these fools. I love it. You know, and that's what I expect. And you know that kid that I gave the $1 and the Slim Jim to? He was wearing a mask, and he was out in the parking lot. Just saying. I like to err on the side of caution. I hope you guys do too. That's why I wear a mask. That's why I got vaccinated. That's why I social distance. That's why I lock down myself as often as I can. I try to avoid as many people as I can because it's erring on the side of caution. That's all it says. That's what smart people do. If you're going to let the whole freedom thing prevent you from erring on the side of caution, well, it sounds like a personal problem. So no law regarding personal problems. Go running around and have fun, folks. Cheers. I don't give a fuck. That was a huge dab. Hirai had it, and he wanted to hide it from his audience. And I got to tell you, I wasn't surprised one bit. I'm like, wow, Rye, really? You're just going to act like you're not going to say what it is? You're not going to call it COVID? You're just going to act like, wow, bro. That's typical of somebody who's playing a narrative. My giant man. I told my friend had it. We were sitting right next to each other on this couch. I told you. I was exposed to it. She had a fever. She was sitting right next to me. My giant mastiff backs down from my cat because that little fucker's packing 10 knives in his coat. Me too. If I go somewhere in the place scares me, mine not going in. Yee! What's up, my brother? I was just smoking some of your fine diamonds, my friend. Wow. Hey, Token Dave, hello. I'm working on installing Windows 11 on my laptop. I'm going to give it a try. Best of luck. I heard it's actually a better OS than 10. Now, if 21% of the population will not get the virus, then why are we taking it seriously? Because you can still obtain herd immunity. And those 21%, they're going to take care of themselves. Some of those people are going to die, Dom. That 21% soon going to be fucking 19%. And then it's going to be 18%. And they'll just keep infecting each other. And they will keep dying until they're all gone. Wait till this thing varies into something really bad. Because these motherfucking rodents want to keep, enhancing it and breeding it into something different. Nobody wants to play ball. He said it was like having a cold with severe flu body aches. Yeah, sounds fun. It sounds fun. And, he's a young, healthy guy. But imagine an older person in his position. It would be a lot worse. And he doesn't give a fuck about anybody else. That's why he didn't tell his audience that he had COVID. Yeah, at least he didn't say it every chance he got. Now, I'm not saying he didn't do a podcast about it, because if he did, I didn't see it. But when I was talking to him, I tried to entice him into saying it was COVID when we were in that chat, and he didn't. He's like, I'll talk to you privately. I'm like, why do you want to do that, bro? Why are you hiding information from people? But that's the narrative. We stick to our narratives, man. All of us. That Jimmy Dore narrative, it is just so vulgar and obvious. I mean, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., really, Jimmy? Let me just say this. Jimmy, you're a fucking idiot. Jimmy Dore, I'm going to look right at the camera. Jimmy Dore, you're a fucking idiot for having Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on your show. Full stop. He doesn't deserve a platform. He doesn't deserve a voice. He's a fucking Kennedy. The motherfucker writes books. He doesn't need your fucking show, Jimmy, to spout his garbage. The 4G is coming and the 5G, I said 4G, 5G is coming and they're going to be spying on us with the 5G. And with the 5G, they're going to violate our privacy. With the 5G is going to suck our brain waves and infect us with cancer. What's that stuff in thermometers called? And mercury. They've got mercury in the 5G, and they're broadcasting the mercury over the 5G network now. Fucking Robert F. Kennedy Jr. You can be a carrier and not get it. Yeah, probably, right? I don't like wearing the mask, but I still do, and will. Well, because no one can see it's an evil laugh. Just hear a laugh. They don't realize it's an evil laugh if you've got a mask on. I don't mind wearing a mask. It doesn't bother me at all, man. I'll fucking take it off when I get out to my car. I'll put it on when I walk into a store. It's fucking easy. It takes a second. It's never an inconvenience, actually. You know? I mean, I once got out of my truck and closed the door. You know what? I had to go back and open my door and reach in and grab that mask. Oh, the inconvenience of it all. I was so inconvenienced. And then, I had it on my face and I was trying to inhale oxygen into my lungs, but there was this piece of plastic material that was in front of my face and the air, it was in between my face and the air. Oh, wah, wah, I'm a big trucker. Wah, wah, wah. You're so tough, you fucking idiotic truckers. You know, the only thing you fucking could do was follow the other truckers like a fucking convoy, because that's all you know. Oh, we're in a convoy, doing a convoy. A convoy. Oh, 10-4, good buddy. Convoy. Put that hammer down, 10-4. It's a convoy. Yes, there's a song, kids, just so you know. There's a song. It's from my youth. There's a movie called Convoy, too, I think. I think the song is from the movie. That was on the radio, man. They played that fucking song on the radio. You know, back when I was a kid, if I wanted to hear something repeatedly, like a song that I heard on the radio, we had to take a cassette and put it into a recorder and hit record and play and record the radio. Now, if you had a radio built into the cassette player, it was great because it'd give you a really good recording, almost a digital quality recording. But sometimes you just have to put the tape recorder in front of a radio and just record the music coming out of the speakers. It wouldn't be as good of a recording, but man, you could hear that song and you could jam to it. And now you guys can just, I mean, when I look at all the fucking dumb cunts that pay for Spotify, and I realized, man, you know all that music's for free on YouTube, right? All of it. Right? You realize that, right? You fucking spot a cunt motherfuckers. You idiots. Oh, I'm not gonna do Spotify anymore because Neil Young. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Neil Young and Joe Rogan. This is very important. It's about free speech. So Spotify was approached by Neil Young, who is one of their music producer. He produces content for them. He's got his music on Spotify, I should just say. And he said, if you guys don't pull down Joe Rogan for putting out COVID misinformation, I'm pulling my music off of Spotify. And Spotify said, bye, Neil Young. Don't let the door hit your fucking skinny ass on the way out. Now, you guys might be a fan of Neil Young. I am. I am a fan of Neil Young. Absolutely. I love his music. You might be a fan of the fact that when he was producing that music when he was younger, he was all about freedom of expression in the 60s. That's what it was. He was that movement. Neil Young was one of the flag bearers of that movement. He was the goddamn drum major of that movement. Listen to his lyrics. He spoke of freedom and war and America and you know, killing protesters, right? Expression, don't kill the protesters. That's what Neil Young said, right? Don't kill people because you disagree with them. Let them speak. Let them have a voice. That's what Neil Young used to say. Well, you know, maybe a couple years ago, I would have agreed with that sentiment about Joe Rogan because I feel like Joe Rogan's misinformation. I don't just feel that way. That's provable. That's provable. Yes, Joe Rogan's misinformation results in people dying. Am I okay with that? Yeah. Yeah, because Jimmy Dore does it, and I'm okay with that. You know, a lot of other people do it. The CDC does it. Fauci did it. People die. I'm okay with it. Do you want to know why? Why? Because Jimmy Dore taught me about, within the last 2 years, I don't know when exactly it was, but he taught me that when you disagree with people, it's okay, but you don't scream to have them silenced. And I got to give the people that don't like this show that have come in and left, I got to give them a lot of credit. Because thousands and thousands of people, maybe more, have literally come into my show, not liked what they saw, and decided to leave, and never thought, you know, I should report that guy because I don't agree with what he just said. Do you know how many thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people have come into the show and left and not reported me? I don't know, man, but I guarantee you it's a fucking ton. And they're doing it right. You don't have to listen to somebody you disagree with. You can just walk out the door. You know, and I don't have to try to have you silenced because I disagree with you. Even when your statements are resulting in people dying, you know what? That's on them. Who they choose who to listen to. You choose to listen to Jimmy Dore. You choose to listen to the things he says that I disagree with and take them on face value. That's on you. You choose to believe what a preacher tells you, that it's okay for you to sin because you're going to go to heaven as long as you pay me some money and you tell me in this little booth what it was exactly you did. You're going to get to go to heaven. You could believe that. You could subscribe to that all you want. You could subscribe to the fact that when you go into the United States military and you pull a trigger and someone on the other side of that fucking gun gets a bullet in their head and dies, that you're doing that for freedom, for your country, that you're doing that out of love. You believe whatever the fuck you want. But one thing's for sure. I'm not here to stop you from believing what you believe in. I'm not. I'm going to tell you what I believe. If I disagree, I disagree with war. Fuck yeah, man. You guys shouldn't be shooting each other. You need to stop. You need to stop shooting each other. You know, you need to stop going to war. You need to stop supporting warmongers. And we could go on and on and on and on and on and on. That's not the point. The point is, I could say it to you, and you can listen to me, and you can judge for yourself. You can fucking hate me for my opinion all you want. But I just don't support you in doing that. You know, I don't hate Jimmy Dore because he has said things that I feel result in people dying. I don't hate Joe Rogan because I know he's fucking said things that has resulted in people dying. I don't hate them for it. You know, I think there might be some room here for discussion. That ain't gonna come from me. I mean, it would. Yeah, sure, it would. If Jimmy Dore wanted to talk to me about it, I'd talk to him about it. If Joe Rogan wanted to talk to me about it, but my audience doesn't even want to listen to me. So, you know, if my audience won't listen to me, my audience won't support me, I know fucking nobody else is going to want to listen to me either. You know, they'll come on my show and they'll let me interview them, but not vice versa. I get that a lot. Yeah, I'll have you on. Yeah, okay. Great. Still waiting for that. But there's others out there, like Jackson Hinkle. And even though Jackson Hinkle and I are not, when it comes to we're not. We're off a little bit. I mean, I'm with him on the mandates. But at the same time, I believe that works. And I believe that if we were trying to convince more people that it worked, we wouldn't support the narrative of Jimmy Dore by having someone like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on their show, or at least we'd speak out against it. Kurt Metzger, I'm looking at you. I think, I don't know, but I hate to speak for him, so I'm just going to guess. Graham Elwood and Ron Placone haven't been on Jimmy Dore in a while. And I think that's their way. I don't know. I'm guessing. Sue me if I'm wrong. That's their way of saying we disagree with what Jimmy's been spouting lately. Jimmy needs to have more debates like he had with Graham Elwood. Graham was coming from the wrong place. It needs to come from facts. It needs to come from the truth, not how you feel here. And I know that in Graham's mind and his heart, he feels like if people were ordered to, there's a good word, if they were ordered to, directed to get that would somehow stop everything. And Jimmy Dore doesn't believe that at all. And that's one of their biggest problem with that is it's not provable. And while Graham But one thing's for sure, man, you need to promote health. You need to promote welfare. You need to remember that you've got hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, like in Joe Rogan's case, watching you every day and act accordingly. Because when you don't do that, Joe Rogan, when you don't do that, Jimmy Dore, you're just as bad as the politicians now. Because now, whether you want to admit it or not, you've got a platform too. Need to be aware of it. And with Steph Zamorano behind you giggling along and Kurt Metzger nodding his shiny bald head along with everything you say, it's not helping you. You're in a fucking echo chamber. And I just don't understand why it's so hard for Jimmy to not play narrative and instead play facts. Because he wouldn't be where he is if he was playing the fucking facts. He wouldn't be standing in the place he's standing right now on this issue if he was listening to all the facts and accepting all the facts. He would be right where I am. Let me explain that to you so you get it. I'm gonna be a little explicit here, okay? People who have received have a way vast better chance of surviving if they get the thing. Jimmy never mentions that to him. He knows it's true, and he will say it when he has to, like if it pops up in a story and he's reading somebody else's words, and he'll just glaze over that really fast. But he never wants to drive that nail home. Why? Because he's not playing facts. He's playing fucking narrative. And, the narrative, it gets fucking pushed down by the fucking facts. So fucking play the facts, Jimmy. You don't have to have a narrative anymore. The only thing it seems like Jimmy is trying to do, and I really hope that I am fucking wrong about this, is just trying to create a world where he can freely move around the country and go do his stand-up comedy. That's really what it feels like to me, Jimmy. God, I hope I'm fucking wrong. Evil laugh. I'm going to do a dab with you too, brother. Because this shit pisses me off a little bit, I must say. I shouldn't have to say this shit. And the fact that Jackson Hinkle isn't on this shit drives me fucking crazy. And the fact that Max Blumenthal goes on that show and nods along with everything Jimmy says and never tries to call. Dude, it's like, anti-freedom, anti-freedom, anti-freedom. It's all anti-freedom. Oh, they're moving in. They're taking our fucking freedom. It's all our freedom, 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 freedom. Great. I agree. It is. But don't forget the fucking facts of the other side, you fucking dumb lying cunts. Max Blumenthal, Jimmy Dore, I'm looking at you. And Jackson, you're next. I swear to fuck. Fucking nice news skirt, right? You guys are all buddy-buddy. Hey, man, I wish I was buddy-buddy with Jimmy Dore. I'm not. But at the same time, I think I would have the balls to call him out on this bullshit. I don't know if I would. Because I've never had the opportunity. I don't know. Maybe I don't have the balls. Maybe we'll find out how much a fucking pussy I really am. Could you imagine Jimmy Dore fucking came into my chat right now? And he's like, yo, yeah, I want to talk to you about it. And I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just fucking talking shit right now. I'm just a pussy, Jimmy. Everything you say is right, and I'm wrong. All right. No law regarding selling out. Cheers. I got Pinoy diamonds in my dish. You know, they fulfill my every wish. Oh, did you see that? Nailed it. It is not easy to lasso the camera, guys, just so you know. Oh no, Jimmy's here. Hi, Mr. Dore. I'm sorry. Could you imagine? Dude, I would totally not do that. I'd totally stand up to Jimmy. You guys want me to do it right now? Look, let's bring up one of these videos that I was watching of his. And I'll show you how fucking mad I get. I'll explain some of the things he says and the shit he does with his mouth. It's almost like duck lips. Oh, fuck, dude. I hate when people get smug. Hey, when I get smug on here, will you guys please tell me? Say, nah, you're getting smug. I'll be like, oh, thanks. Or I'll be like, hey, go fuck yourself. Nah, you're getting smug. Oh, my bad. All right, so Jimmy. When's the last time I watched a Jimmy Dore episode? Wow, it's been a while. It's been a while, Jimmy. It's been a while, Jimmy. Wow, Jimmy. Here we go. Jimmy Dore, left and right, unify at anti-mandate rally. This is going to be a good one because this one had Robert F. Kennedy Jr. there. I have a feeling we're going to get this. I think we're going to nail this one. Jimmy? Jimmy, I wouldn't want to be you right now. That's all I got to say for you.
We have American journalist on his way to Nicaragua. Max Blumenthal is with us, ladies and gentlemen. Max, can you hear me?
Oh, Max, you mean from the gray Let's Silence the Nazis zone with Ben Norton? Oh, okay, Max Blumenthal. Let's silence the Nazis. Okay, Mr. fucking, we got a list of people we disagree with. Mr. fucking First Amendment champion over here, Jimmy Dore, is going to have Let's Silence the Nazis Max Blumenthal on. Okay, but let's fucking go anyway. You know, 8 seconds in, I'm already ranting. 8 seconds, guys.
Yeah, are we live?
Yes, we are live. We are on. So hold on. let me set up the story. You were at the anti-mandate rally. Of course, yesterday they had the big anti-mandate rally, and of course, the Washington Post refers to it as the.
Look, I'm anti-mandate too. I'm anti-mandate. The only thing I say about it is we wouldn't need mandates if all you motherfuckers played ball like people used to do. 50, 60 years ago, people would go get their goddamn vaccines and knock something out. But now we got a bunch of pussies, a bunch of dumb cunts that didn't want to play ball. And because you didn't want to play ball, we can't have nice things. And Jimmy's part of the fucking problem. But he hasn't admitted as much yet.
Anti-vaccine activist march in D.C.
So what he's saying is the Washington Post is reporting on this anti-mandate march as an anti-vaccine march. Now, it says anti-vaccine activists march, and that is a fact. Some of those people in that crowd are anti-vax. It doesn't say the march was anti-vax. It says that there were anti-vaxxers, anti-vax activists in the crowd. So Jimmy's wrong when he tries to say that. And you know what? I just noticed this. He caught me. So this is him straw-manning me, and he fucking tricked me because I didn't notice it the first time I saw this video. How funny is that? I literally thought that the Washington Post reported anti-vaccine march in D.C. That's the way Jimmy is saying it. That's what I thought it said there, and I didn't look close enough. I was watching on my phone. I may have been taking a shower. I may not have looked at the headline closely, whatever. But now I'm catching it. Jimmy's fucking strawmanning here, everybody. And I want you to listen to Jimmy lie to you about this. Very simple, but this is how Jimmy operates. He will straw every fucking piece of straw he can find to try to prove his narrative. And it drives me fucking crazy. And I'm going to take every fucking piece of straw that Jimmy fucking says, and I'm going to fucking build a whole pile of pickup sticks over here. And we're going to see how big that pile gets by the end of this. All right, let's see how far we can get through this. I got to back up just a little because I want you to hear how Jimmy presents the article's headline to you now that you know what it really says. It's literally a factual headline.
Hold on. Let me set up the story. You were at the anti-mandate rally. Of course, yesterday they had the big anti-mandate rally. And of course, the Washington Post refers to it as the anti-vaccine activist march in D.C., a city that mandates coronavirus vaccination to protest mandates, right? And here's the Rolling Stone. I'm a full anti-vaxxer now. How the conspiracists are winning over fresh code converts. So anyway, so now I just want to let you know Joe Biden has been calling for unity. In his inaugural address, he called for unity. He also called for unity and healing after his electoral college certifies his victory, right? So here we go. Defeat the mandate, D.C. So
I'm so sorry. I got to replay.
Of course, the Washington Post refers to it as the anti-vaccine activist march.
No, they didn't. No, they did not refer to it as the anti-vaccine activist march. They didn't. They said that anti-vaccine activists marched in D.C. That's what it says, Jimmy. If there's an S, it doesn't say anti-vaccine activist march. It says anti-vaccine activists march in D.C. A factual statement. You're going to tell me some of those people in that crowd were not anti-vaccine? You guys get that now? What that article said? He's literally lying to his audience. That is not what the fucking headline says. He is literally lying to his audience, and he's got Steph Zamorano behind him. I love her. I love you. I'm sorry I got to do this to you, but you're doing it. She's helping strawman. That's two pieces of straw. It doesn't help when you got someone fucking attaboying you while you're doing it. It's just more straw.
And of course, the Washington Post refers to it as the anti-vaccine activist march in D.C.
You guys see the difference? Can any of you guys see the difference between that headline and the way Jimmy is referring to that headline? Do you see that Jimmy is misrepresenting what this headline actually says? I want to know from somebody in the goddamn audience right now, if you guys are listening to me at all. Do you guys understand that Jimmy Dore is misrepresenting what this headline says? I'm just waiting for a motherfucker to just say something in the goddamn chat. Anything at this point. 5 fucking minutes since you guys have said a god. Thank you, Steve. Jesus fuck. You think I was asking for your goddamn pint of blood or something, man? Thank you. Right. Steve gets it. I wish the rest of you did too. I wish there were people here. Oh, I'm being smug? Am I being smug? Enoch, am I being smug right now? Is that what you're saying? Enoch just says the word smug. What do you call me, smug? I know, Jimmy's being smug. It's not about the smugness. It's about him lying, Enoch. He's laying down that first piece of straw, which is a lie, to support his argument. He's straw manning from the very beginning. We're 26 seconds into this fucking show. Sorry, I'm here listening, working. Okay, Evil Laugh. Thank you, brother. Nick Brown laughs. Thank you, Nick Brown. Dommy. Nick, I just got tired of people who come over and talk about their freedom. It's all about bullshit. I got tired of them. Get out of my life. Right on, Dommy. Don't be smug, bro. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what else Jimmy says here, because I can't believe we're not even 30 seconds into this video and I've almost lost my voice already. I just want to make sure that you guys realize that Jimmy Dore is lying to his audience already about the title of a fucking article just to start straw manning. Here we go.
DC, a city that mandates coronavirus vaccination to protest mandate, right? And here's the Rolling Stone. I'm a full anti-vaxxer now. How the conspiracists.
Did you guys notice how at the end of the article it said, at the end of that headline, it said to protest mandates, and he just kind of glazes over that? Yet another piece of straw. Yet another piece of straw.
Nation to protest mandate.
Protest
a city
mandates.
That mandates coronavirus vaccination to protest mandate. Right?
Yeah, oh yeah, protest mandates. I'm gonna pull. He moves his mouth away from the microphone. Jimmy, it's subconscious. I know you didn't do that intentionally. I know you're reaching over for your mouse, but you know, that was the point of the fucking headline. They were there protesting the mandate, Jimmy, and they said it in the headline. There were anti-vaxxers that were protesting the mandates. They didn't say that the whole crowd was anti-vaxxers. Now, I will give you this. I don't like the way they fucking worded it either. They could have done a better job. But it's still a piece of straw. So, you know, let's take that piece of straw off of the pickup sticks pile and put it back in. I'm going to give you, after all that yelling I just did, Jimmy, I'm giving it back to you. Okay? This is your point. Fine. I don't like the way they reported that fucking headline. You want to know what I don't like about that headline? It is painted in a way to strawman you into thinking that it was only anti-vaxxers that were there. Unless you're really paying attention to that headline, you might think that every single person at that rally was anti-vaccine. I'm going to give Jimmy credit for that. I still disagree with the way he represented it, but the point is he didn't like the way they worded it. I don't like the way they fucking worded it either. Hey, Max, man, you know what? Suck on my dick, suck on my dick, oh, suck on my dick, suck on my dick, suck on my dick, suck on my penis. All right, here we go. You guys ready? So I'm giving this to Jimmy because I don't like the way they wrote that fucking headline either. I just disagree with the way Jimmy's misrepresenting it and using it as a piece of straw, but he gets the piece of straw back. Okay, let's keep going. Because I have no suck-a-la-me, suck-a-la-me. You know, when me and my boys we're just sitting around, fucking sipping a little bit of fucking hot cocoa, maybe rolling up a nice tasty fucking blunt or a joint. You know, I got that glass blunt. I got it over there from fucking Puff Tough. You know, TUFF.com. Puff Tough, you know, fucking Robin Mulligan, my boy, fucking chilling with me in LA, fucking hanging out, fucking telling jokes, smoking a little. You know, sometimes we like to smoke it up a little bit.
Vaccine activist march
a little bit.
in D.C., a city that mandates coronavirus vaccination to protest mandate, right? And here's the Rolling Stone. I'm a full anti-vaxxer now, how the conspiracists are winning over fresh code converts. So now I just want to let you know, Joe Biden has been calling for unity. In his inaugural address, he called for unity. He also called for unity and healing after his electoral college certifies his victory, right? So here we go. Defeat the mandate, D.C. So he wants unity. Well, guess what? About 40% of the crowd was Trumpers, about 60% hippies in drum circles. I don't think the establishment will like the idea of us uniting too much. So that's the left and right coming together under populist ideas, which is the thing they fear the most.
And I agree. This is something we can all come together on. I disagree with mandates. I totally disagree with mandates. Like I said, I just wish everyone had just done it on their own, but they didn't. And oh well, I did. It's something we can all come together on, and I'd love to see everybody agree, whatever political, religious, any fucking thing that separates you, that you feel separates you from the rest of society, come together on this thing for sure and be anti-mandate. Come join me and be anti-mandate. You know, if Graham is pro, I disagree with him. I love him. I'll still love him, but I just disagree. And I try to talk. Maybe Graham and I could debate that because I love him, you know? I think he's probably anti-mandate by now. I would think he is.
Which is the thing they have to push back against the hardest.
I agree with
this. Which is why when I interviewed Magnus, the Boogaloo Boy, all I did was interview him. I didn't join them. All I did was interview him so we could understand them. People went crazy. They wrote smear pieces about me. I trended on Twitter for 3 days straight.
Yes, and I appreciate Jimmy interviewing that guy. I watched the interview live. I watched it multiple times. Learned a thing or two. And I didn't have a problem with Jimmy having that guy on, giving him a platform at all. Because whether or not the Boogaloo Boys support whatever they do, the kid that he had on, that I think his name was Magnus, that kid he had on wasn't espousing any kind of violent rhetoric at all. So I'm more with the message, not with what the persona might be. And maybe the message is the persona, and I'm learning. I don't know, but I got it from one person, and thanks to Jimmy Dore. So, like I said, you don't silence Nazis, and I'm not calling them Nazis. I'm just saying it starts with Nazis, and you don't fucking silence Nazis. That's where Ben Norton has all that shit wrong, and Max Blumenthal has it wrong too because he associates with Ben Norton at the Gray Zone. But I digress. Oh, and Jimmy Dore, you might want to check your friends on what they're saying about the First Amendment, brother. Just saying, over at the Gray Zone, they support silencing Nazis. Where are you on that, Jimmy?
That's this thing that scares the shit out of the establishment, more the left and the right.
Live all you want, any of his crew, whatever. Feel free to do that right now while we're live. Do some live tweeting. Feel free. Jackson Hinkle's people did it fucking 35,000 times over. Retweeted him 35,000 times.
This class war.
Jackson
That's what we
Hinkle,
got to get rid of the culture,
my buddy,
so we can have a
got
real
35,000
class war.
retweets.
They see us uniting.
Fuck.
Now time to start a war with Russia to divert attention. I thought. Also, the woman who got that is she's just an anti-establishment peasant seeking other anti-establishment peasants to organize the revolution. And someone says any guesstimate on the crowd size. She said about 20,000 for sure.
So just a thought, Galv, you know, I wonder if she's hooked up with Rome. Because if she's not, she needs to be, because that's where he's at. You know, he's starting a revolution. Yeah, he wants it to be a communist revolution, but I think maybe we could talk him down from that shit. I don't know. He's willing to talk.
So even united, that would still only be a fraction of the total population. That's what this guy says, right? We'll never make it. We're doomed, right? And so I had to remind him that there's a thing called the 3.5% rule. And what is the 3.5% rule? That is that, well, nonviolent protests are twice as likely to succeed as armed conflicts, and those engaging a threshold of 3.5% of the population have never to bring about change. That's all you need is 3.5% of the population in the streets.
I learned a lot from watching,
and you'll never fail.
From watching Jimmy Dore.
That's good information. I'm glad that guy said that, so I get to tell you that. The rally's permit had predicted 20,000 attendees. This is from Rolling Stone. The rally's permit had predicted 20,000 attendees, a much smaller, mostly maskless crowd. They're outside. Gathered on Sunday.
Okay, Jimmy, you should still be wearing a mask when you're in a crowd, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? So this was Strawman right here. Hey, James McGill, when you go to events and concerts now, do you wear a mask, bro? James goes out. He's fucking crazy partying motherfucker. If you go to an event and you're around people, do you wear a mask? Any of you? Anybody can answer me. I'm asking James, but I do. If I go out somewhere, I fucking wear a mask, man. I don't wear it when I drive my car, but as soon as I get out of my car, dude, if I'm in a crowd of people or whatever, I put a fucking mask on. You do. Right. James goes out and hangs out and shit, but he wears a mask. You know, you should wear masks, man. These people should wear masks. Jimmy makes it sound like if you're standing outside, you don't need to wear a mask. Like you can't catch something if you're outside. And Jimmy, do you think that just if you breathe outside that the vapor coming out of your mouth disappears? What if I sneeze outside? Do you think if I sneeze outside, you think the droplets just vaporize in the air? They don't. And if someone is a few feet away, up to now they've determined that this can travel fucking 30 feet. I don't know how far outdoors. But bro, if you're walking in a concert venue and the person in front of you goes, ugh, and puffs out a thing and you're right behind him, you go, you don't think you're inhaling that shit? So Jimmy's strawmanning here, and I don't agree with what he's saying. And I really wish he wouldn't do this to his audience. Jimmy, this is all narrative. You know, this is him trying to support what he's all about. And when you're in a crowd, you should be wearing masks, period. You're protesting, you should be wearing masks, period.
Filling in from the Lincoln Memorial only to the closest edge of the reflecting pool. This is Rolling Stone again, doing straight up big pharma propaganda, calling the people.
Heavy P's like, I'll probably even go further to blow in the wind, right, Heavy P? I didn't even think of it that way. Yeah, man. What about a little breeze? And you go, achoo, and then it goes fucking 50 feet. Yeah, I wonder if they've done any tests on that. Look, man, I'm not acting like I'm fucking a lunatic or anything. I'm saying that 10 days ago, I was sitting right there. My dog was right here. My friend was right there. We watched movies together. She had a fucking fever. Okay? She's been down for 10 fucking days, 8 days. She was down for 8 days. The 9th day, she said she overdid it. She got up. She tried to do some things. She's like, I overdid it. You want to go inhale one of those fucking puffs of air and see if you're the next person who can't let their dog out to poop for 8 days? Let me know. I'll make sure not to walk behind you in a crowd without a fucking mask on, man.
Maskless. They're outside. It had predicted. Oh wait,
they're outside. Yeah, they're outside. Jimmy.
Even so,
they should be wearing
those who
masks.
made the trek to Washington on a bitter January afternoon proved this point. The anti-vax movement has migrated from the fringes to the mainstream due to the many who joined its ranks since the pandemic.
No, the anti-vaxxers have just blended with the rest of us in saying that we don't want fucking mandates. That's all. We're all coming together on this. Like I said, I don't care where you come from. I'll listen to you. And if we can agree on something, that's the point of listening to you. Jimmy Dore taught me that over the last 2 years of listening to him.
Began, and now by drilling down on vaccine mandates, the long-standing movement is recruiting new. So it's going mainstream. They see it's going mainstream, and it scares the shit out of them that not the vaccine. If that's not what it is, it's people pushing back against authoritarianism, wrong ways to handle this pandemic, and lies from the government.
I agree.
Let's bring in Max Blumenthal.
I agree with everything he just said.
He is the editor of the investigation, The Gray Zone.
Let's silence Nazis.
The anti-mandate protest.
It's not
until 3:30.
I mean, where does it stop, Max?
The U.S. Park Service cut the power.
Oh.
So, power to the people until the power is cut. Then a megaphone was brought out. And I was actually on stage with many of the New York organizers who were waiting to speak, along with Kwame Brown, who used to play center for the Wizards. He was one of the first ex-pros to come out against the mandate. Tremel Thompson, who is with the Transportation Union in New York, who is vaccinated and ripped up his vaccine card in protest against vaccine passports. At a rally in Albany, Joe Rose and some of the other New York organizers who are all Black Americans who see the passport system in terms of the civil rights struggle, and who organized the recent civil disobedience protest we saw at the Met. I think it was the New York Metropolitan Museum of Art, where a 9-year-old girl was arrested, card taken away by NYPD in handcuffs, showing how healthy children are now treated as public health threats under this biomedical security regime. And, we were all kind of confused about what was happening, but we were waiting to present our perspective, and pretty much it turned into chaos. And then everyone was removed from the stage after the megaphones were brought out. So many speakers were not able to speak. I think my speech was going to be very different from some of the other speeches. But yeah, that's what happened. And
Cheers,
as a journalist, I still got the opportunity to see what this kind of burgeoning movement was all about.
My dog has not gone outside yet.
What was your what can you tell us about did you have a good feeling about it? Did it seem like it was successful? Did they achieve their goals? What do you
12
think?
hours. He hasn't been outside in 12 hours.
Well, I think in some ways, Rolling Stone, which is edited by a neoconservative former Clinton operative Noah Shachtman, and is essentially an establishment information weapon, was correct that there is a lot of momentum there. And it's because people aren't out there to protest vaccines per se. The people in the crowd, the rank and file. The whole rally wouldn't have happened if mandates were taking place, if there weren't vaccine passports, if people didn't see the transition to this cold, soulless technocracy. And
Look, I don't like mandates. I'm against them. But let's talk about passports, okay? Let's talk about passports. If you want to travel alone across the country, unvaccinated, I think you should at least take precautions when you're in public around other people and wear a mask. Try to social distance. Just do that at least. and be free to travel about the country on your own at will. When it comes to privately owned airlines, hey man, they decide, though that's a very serious business. They decide who gets on, who doesn't get on. They have a very strict screening process for every single one of you motherfuckers that's ever gotten a fucking airplane, right? If they want to include you need a vaccine or you're not getting into an enclosed capsule with recycled air with 250 other fucking people, I'm good with that. I'm totally fine with that. If that's called a vaccine passport so you can fly, I'm for it. You know, but it stops right there. But it fucking stops right there. Now, you want to call it a slippery slope? Fight me. You know, we could fight on that fucking slope all day. But I'll stand my ground and I'll be like, that's the line. I've got a fucking line. Oh, what's the matter? You've never had a fucking line that you've drawn in the sand before and said, this is it. You're not going past this point. This is it. This is my line. But that's it. I want to be able to get on a plane and not worry that the motherfucker sitting next to me isn't vaccinated. Are you fucking kidding me? Might have fucking COVID and give it to me. Even if I'm vaccinated, you know, I don't want to get sick. You can still get fucking sick. Stretchy me is up. Still a little stretch back there. Melts my heart.
Fourth Industrial Revolution, and there is that awareness in the crowd. The person who said, 40% Trumpers, 60% hippies was kind of onto something. The crowd was not a January 6th crowd. Yeah, there were Let's Go Brandon flags held by some people.
No, it's a mix. It's a mix. I'm with them.
Don't tread on me flags.
I'm with them.
But there was not this sense of anger or desire.
No mandates.
Do violence as the crowd.
Passports are fine, but no mandates.
I think the DC Metro Police kind of created this phony scare about people running up in restaurants in DC
and what
violating
sucks,
the vaccine passport.
and everything, openness here, guys. Yeah, it was the passports that led to the mandates. I agree. So my bad on that, but at the same time, I still support the fucking passports, and I think we need to go back to those. Because you're on an enclosed fucking capsule with a bunch of other people. And you might be sitting next to that motherfucker. That's the other thing.
There was a very
fuck that shit.
Almost a festival.
I don't want to sit for 6 hours next to somebody who's got COVID.
Kind of, hippie types into natural
vax or no vax
medicine, natural health. But for the most part, there were people, just working class people, who were angry at the establishment and at the lies they've been told. People who felt abused and people who were ready for system change, but who were totally disorganized. To paint this as an anti-vax movement is sort of delusional because there really isn't any clear leadership.
And I want to say this too.
Put this rally on.
And I want to say this too. You're standing in line to get on a plane. You're coughing, you're sneezing, you got the flu, you got a cold, little cold, whatever. Off the fucking plane. But it's not COVID. It's just a cold. Yeah, I know. I don't fucking care. You shouldn't be fucking flying infecting other people. So fuck you. You're a fucking cunt. Get the fuck out of the goddamn airport. That's how I feel. If you're fucking sick, you shouldn't be fucking flying anywhere. And I don't care if it's COVID or a cold or a bug or even a stomach fucking virus.
And he's, inspiring a lot of people or influencing them. But I got the sense walking around the crowd that there wasn't any clear leadership and that people were turning towards alternative media and watching Jimmy Dore because they feel just betrayed by every other form of media. They don't care if it's left or right media. They just want media that speaks to them. And so I was stopped like every minute by people saying they love the gray zone. And not just because we've published a few critical investigations on the COVID regime, but because they love our work on imperialism and foreign policy. The
Good stuff.
I met people wearing Free Assange hats and shirts. I would say the crowd was almost totally anti-war.
Good.
If they were welcomed into the anti-war movement, they would have filled up an anti-war rally.
Good.
I just think we're at the precipice of something in this country, and it's very difficult to define it along left-right lines. And I think class is a much bigger factor. Many of the people there were people who were hurt by the lockdowns, whose small businesses were destroyed. Many of the people there are people who were more affected by vaccine mandates.
Let's talk about the lockdowns, okay? So you don't lock down and you leave your business open and we spread the shit all over the fucking place and everyone's homesick. And where the fuck are the customers going to come from, you stupid fucking dumb cunt bitch? Oh, the lockdowns. Oh, the lockdowns. And the small businesses got hurt. Oh, the small businesses got hurt. What about when all their employees can't move for fucking 14 days? Or some of them drop dead. What about that? The ones who smoke cigarettes who got a little fucking flab on their belly. The ones who have asthma. Do they not have jobs? You fucking dumb cunt, Max Blumenthal. Did you guys all catch that? Did everybody catch that? Billy, sorry, the wood guy showed up, so I had to unload logs. Hear that, Russell Brand? A literal ton of wood. Yeah. Hear that, Russell Brand? I hate when people are sick and don't care. One thing I'm changing for good is I'm not sharing joints or pieces with anyone anymore. I noticed this pandemic, my overall health was just better. Yeah. When my friends come over, we usually use 2 different glass pieces. It's just becoming a habit. I don't mind. That's why I got that. I got a whole collection of glass, right? Perfect opportunity to use it. You always put on a mask before going into the store. Doctors have, please put on a mask. Right? Please put on a mask. You guys caught what Blumenthal said there about lockdowns, right? That hurt small businesses. And I say, so you don't lock down like when we really needed to. And we did. And I'm glad we did. Because what if we didn't? And then we were all acting like everything was fine, all breathing on each other, not social distancing, and going into all these small businesses and infecting each other. And then what would have happened to those fucking small businesses? Then how bad would it have been? Are you going to deny that it fucking helped at all? You motherfucker. Fucking straw man, fucking cunt bitch.
Then the laptop class who work as freelancers and stay at home. And many of them who spoke on stage took the vaccine either because they had to maintain their jobs or because they thought it was the right thing to do, and they were injured.
So, it's not the right thing to do, Max? Is it not the right thing to do if you catch this thing from all the fucking rodents out there like you fucking cunts like you that are fucking spreading this shit like wildfire? Because you refuse to fucking mask up, you refuse to social distance, and you keep going out to fucking events like this. That people like us, we should just not get vaxxed, and then when we catch it from your fucking rodent asses, we should fucking die from it? Fuck you, Max. You're a fucking cunt bitch. Fuck you. Look at Jimmy with his fucking fingers in his mouth. Sorry, Jimmy.
There was a young adolescent girl named Maddie, I believe, who is now partially paralyzed.
I tried making pipes, but they look like Jimmy's foreskin. There's a hidden accusation in that comment.
Who got pericarditis, or his career was ended. So many people have just been personally affected. The firefighters, the whole thing was just filled with firefighters from across the country who don't want to have to take a booster shot every 5 months.
Wow, such tough firefighters, real fucking team players, huh? They claim they're here to fucking save your lives, and they're not willing to get a little, oh, they're so fucking tough. Oh, look at your firefighter calendars. That pussy won't even fucking fight for your life when it really fucking counts. When it's got to put his life really on risk, and that's what they're thinking. Risk, you put me at risk. Fine, take the fucking risk, you fucking pussies. Jesus fuck.
They just want to continue saving lives. And the speakers were completely diverse. Yeah, there were some right-wing speakers, for sure. But for the most part, the speakers were just very difficult to define, and many of them were howling on stage
Well, if
about a system that puts profits before people. I mean, that was something I constantly heard from the stage.
well, it's a good thing
Well,
there
it's
were
true, it does.
right-wingers
The
there
system
in a
does
sense,
that.
because
Puts
if
profits
it's
before
just
people.
left-wingers, they can just ignore you, and as they do, and they always do. But when it's left-wingers, centrists, libertarians, and
It's funny.
right-wingers, very much.
It's funny on the show. I'm like, I disagree. I agree. I disagree. I agree. I disagree. I agree. I disagree. I agree. It's driving me crazy.
Harder to demonize that group.
But you
and-
know, you're always going to get it straight from me, guys. You know, I'll listen to it. I'll call the balls and strikes, and I'll get it right almost every fucking time.
It's very
Try.
harder,
Oh,
much harder to
Am I doing that thing I said I wouldn't do anymore? Sorry. My bad.
dismiss them. But although they try, it's not working because the tide is turning, and they know it, and that's why they're ramping up. But again, Joe Rogan is bigger than they are. I get on stage in comedy clubs and I talk about Joe Rogan. People love him. People love him, and it's not like shitlib Twitter. It's not like shitlib Facebook. It's not like CNN and MSNBC. It's not. It's totally different. The real world is much different than this corporate-controlled social media world that we're living in. The real world that we actually live in is more to our thinking and to Joe Rogan's. Did you have a speech? Did you want to do it? Do you want to give your speech?
Yeah, I mean, might as well not go to waste. I got it written down.
You wrote it.
I got it written down right here.
Robert Malone He spoke. I have a clip of his. I'm going to play in a sec.
Okay.
But there's parts of it we cannot
That's another one that I can't stand that Jimmy has on his show. Okay.
play it on YouTube. So
Right.
Yeah, because the guy's a misinformant, Jimmy. Yeah, and his misinformation and you're putting it out there results in people dying, but that's okay with you. And it's not okay with some other people. You know? I don't like it. But I'll give you the right to say whatever the fuck you're going to say because these people are fucking idiots that listen to you and believe this bullshit just because you got little Max, the fucking parakeet on your fucking shoulder there, you know, attaboying you and you attaboying him.
Right.
I'm nervous.
Well, you know, I wasn't even planning on talking about the vaccine per se in my speech. To me, this is about so much more.
I thought he was going to say, I wasn't even planning on reading my speech on here. He had it right there. I wish he'd said that so bad. Jimmy, get your finger out of your mouth.
Yes.
And of course, I never had said a word about vaccines, positive or negative, until the mandates came in.
Right,
And I
you
was
left.
the majority of people at that march are.
Did she wake up and bolt?
And that's the mischaracterization of this as an anti-vax movement.
No.
Like these aren't people.
Dude.
Some of the you know.
I just got to say, Steph stands behind Jimmy 100%, and she sits there and giggles at his jokes and never calls him on any of this bullshit that I call him on. You know, I don't know if she agrees with me or not, but she doesn't portray it if she does. She doesn't. I mean, if she agrees with me, I wouldn't know. I mean, he says some things that are just not factually correct, straight out fucking lies. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. 5G's here to spy on us on his fucking show. And she has no problem with any of that. So,
speakers, organizations have raised questions about the MMR vaccine, for example, but they wouldn't have had a crowd.
Hi, Lenny.
There wouldn't be these rallies in DC or around the world
If it wasn't for the
people weren't
mandate.
if people weren't having this imposed on them, and then being reduced to a QR code, and having their participation in society conditioned on their compliance with every single mandate. So that's what this is about.
Wow.
So go ahead.
But
Let me hear your speech, brother.
sure. And by the way, I'm in an airport, so if I get arrested in the middle of this rant,
Okay.
but I come at this issue from the left. I come from the left, and it's really unfortunate that some people on the left don't want me to be here today. So I just want to make one thing clear. When people all around the world are marching against the mandates in their own societies, from the indigenous Bolivians of El Alto and La Paz, to Moroccans of Casablanca, to Iranians in Tehran, from Beirut to Berlin to Boston, it's pretty clear that this is not a left-right issue. This is not about left and right. This is about our rights, our basic rights that we fought for. This is about decent working people trying to hold on to their humanity, their bodily autonomy, their rights, and their very sanity against a cold and ruthless corporatist machine that seeks to reduce every individual to a QR code and condition their participation in society on their compliance with a mandate. And it won't be the last mandate. Now, let me make something clear to my friends on the right, because I hear this a lot. The extra constitutional biomedical regime being imposed on us is not socialism. It's not socialism. If we lived under actual
Hey, Milan, call me Nay, N-A-Y. Thanks, bro.
socialism, we the people would control the means of production, and we would be able to expropriate the pharmaceutical industry and frog march the CEOs of Pfizer, Moderna, and the Sackler family at Purdue Pharma off in handcuffs to federal prison. In reality, when Big Pharma and its investors control our governments, when they own the FDA, when they've turned our politicians into sales reps, so now Pfizer and Moderna make combined profits of $65,000 per minute while working class Americans suffer the sharpest increase in poverty in 50 years. When the wealth of the world's 10 richest men has doubled since the lockdowns began, while the wealth of the global 99% has declined precipitously, we are living under corporatism, not socialism, corporatism.
Yeah. Enjoy your
under
block,
a
motherfucker.
ruthless, imperialist
Hey, everybody want to watch a
corporate
block
state
happen?
that exists.
Watch me
permanent
block this
state
little
of war.
cock smoking
And
cunt.
now the forever war has
Boom.
come home.
You like
It
that?
shouldn't be surprising to those who know this corporate state that bombs and sanctions people across the globe in the name of human rights, that it would instantly lock down millions of people at home, depriving them of work and schooling, driving them into desperation and insanity, and to justify all that in the name of public health. The same corporate state that lied about weapons of mass destruction to manufacture consent for a war in Iraq had no problem lying about gain-of-function research sponsored by the Pentagon's DARPA Research Unit and the U.S. Agency for International Development. The same corporate state that's holding journalist and WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange a political prisoner because he exposed its secrets, has set about to censor and demonize and blacklist and suppress every dissenting voice that gets in the way of its draconian biomedical agenda. So a corporate state with so little legitimacy must divide its citizens to conquer them. And that's why it's polarized us between the vaccinated and unvaccinated, scapegoating the latter group and blaming it for its own failures in order to shatter the solidarity of the 99%. This corporate state has given us two corporate parties, hundreds of corporate media outlets brought to you by Pfizer, the arms industry, and Wall Street, and only two medical options when it comes to the coronavirus, Pfizer and Moderna. So here's my message to the corporate state and its media stenographers. COVID might have temporarily taken away our sense of smell, but we can smell the steaming pile of bullshit that you're cooking, and we're not buying it.
Right on, Max.
That's my speech.
Wow. I liked
That's the
it.
speech I would have delivered if I could have, and I think it would have shit things up.
Wow.
That was a great speech. Well
Was a
said.
great speech.
Very gripping, very stirring, right on point.
Ben Norton wrote it.
Thank you very much
Thank you, man.
thanks for coming out. Thanks for doing that.
He had
Thanks
Ben
for
and
going
Aaron
to the
write it for
rally.
him.
And hopefully we won't need any
No
more. But I have a
pizza's
feeling
best,
we're going
right?
to, because it doesn't seem like they're letting up on these vaccine passports. But only 30% of the people who got the first two shots, only 30% of those people got the booster. Really? That's the number I saw. What number have you seen, Max?
I'm pretty sure you're on point. Actually, Biden in his marathon press conference was asked about why he didn't change the definition of fully vaccinated, and was asked, would that be because you're afraid the numbers would go down so precipitously? And he just dodged the question because it's obvious. And they're gonna authorize vaccination for age 2 to 4, and you're gonna see parents just turn their backs on this in droves.
Yeah, well, 2/3 of the parents were already hesitant to give their children a vaccine. And so they really ramped up the fear mongering around it. making people think that kids were actually somehow super vulnerable to COVID when they're less vulnerable to COVID than they are from the flu. And so there you go. Now you're on your way to no, what do you think we'll ever get past people calling?
Did you hear what Jimmy just said about kids? And he just fucking glazed right over it. That's all bullshit. And he takes that from, anywhere he gets it from. And then he just rides on it like it's a fact. I don't care where he got it. I don't care if he got it from the CDC. I don't give a fuck where he got that little fucking thing he calls a fact about kids. He throws it around like another piece of straw. And it's one more thing that sticks out when he talks about this. He likes to bring up kids, and he acts like they should all be in school, spreading this fucking thing around, incubating it, and morphing it into who fucking knows what.
Us anti-vaxxers. In a sense, I kind of hope they don't, because then it just is going to wreck that term altogether, and that's what I'd like to see happen. Just like when they were calling Bernie Sanders a sexist, it doesn't really mean anything after that. If you call Trump
what number
a
did you
sexist
see? It's
and
like
Bernie
directly on
Sanders-
me.
So do you think that's happening, or what's you see anything happening with that?
You remember when they called Jill Stein an anti-vaxxer in
Yes.
2016?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it doing this for a while, and I saw some rad libs on Twitter calling me an anti-Semite for participating in the rally or just being at the rally.
Fuck that.
And that's another term that's been completely worn out to the point where
Huh.
real anti-Semites act.
Wow, man. It's almost as if maybe you shouldn't be silencing Nazis, man, because you're getting about that close to being called one yourself, you fucking dumb cunt. You see how it works, Max? You should listen to Jimmy more. You don't silence Nazis, Max, because pretty soon you're being called an anti-Semite. That's just a fucking cunt hair away. My bad. That's a fucking cunt hair away from you being a fucking Nazi.
Actually can just deflect by saying, well, you've taken all the meaning out of that term, so it's nothing. I mean, the more these people get called anti-vaxxers, and the more that term is associated with extremism and criminality, the more people will just, their anger, their righteous anger will increase, and the more they'll reject establishment media. I mean, it's already so totally discredited. So, but I see it as a cop term in a lot of ways. The Department of Homeland Security issued a terror warning in September, right ahead of 9/11, based on no active plots. And one of the groups they said could commit terrorist attacks was those who criticize government COVID policy. And then we saw the coverage of the anti-mandates rally, where the police were saying, anti-vaxxers are going to attack restaurants in our city, completely based on no actual information, complete horseshit. So it's becoming kind of like a term thrown around by a lot of rad libs and centrists that appeals to authority for a kind of a crackdown on a real threat to the establishment, whose grievances go well beyond the vaccine.
Got you. Now you're on your way to Nicaragua?
Yeah.
And just vacation?
Vacation.
I definitely would like to get out of here for a little while, see some friends, and I do want to check in on what's happening there since their election. Things have changed a lot.
It's a business trip.
And Daniel Ortega was just inaugurated. He signed a major trade and development deal with China. The political opposition that staged a violent coup attempt in 2018 has basically been vanquished. The U.S. is sanctioning Nicaragua, is targeting it. And right next door in Honduras, a left of center president is being sworn in, Xiomara. So it's a really interesting time in the region. And so, it'll be interesting to check in.
Okay. All right. Well, safe travels. Everybody check out Max Blumenthal's work over at the Gray Zone. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks a lot, Jimmy. Thanks for giving me the mic, and thanks for all you do. It definitely made a difference at the rally.
Okay, well, I'll take it. All right. Okay,
Peace.
peace, brother. I just want to show this video before we end this segment. This is from Memeology.
So far, the science shows that people with only 2 doses of a COVID vaccine have only a 4% protection against being infected by the Omicron variant, just 4%.
Right, but
With a 3rd dose, it can provide a 64% protection against infection.
it doesn't. Okay, but whatever the fuck that is, it's not about getting infected. It's about when you go to the goddamn emergency room if you're going to live or die. And Jimmy is going to try to straw man us here, I guess.
It's a fucking clown show.
Oh, they used him in the.
No, it was nice to be included in that.
They used him in the clip.
That's great.
This is a real quote. The technotronic Zbigniew Brzezinski. The technotronic era involved the more controlled society. Such a society would be dominated by an elite, unrestrained by traditional values. Soon it will be possible to assert almost continuous surveillance over every citizen and maintain up-to-date complete files containing even the most personal information about the citizen. These files will be subject to instantaneous retrieval
Right.
by the authorities.
So they predicted fucking
Now,
technology would advance.
This guy,
Okay.
he served in the Carter administration, right? Correct? I'm pretty sure. And isn't
I'm
he
not
Michael
that impressed.
Brzezinski's father?
Yes.
One day we'll have
From
everything in a
Morning
fucking
Joe.
little fucking thing in
So,
our hand. We thought we'd all have watches like
How did you know
goddamn
that in 1970? Because that's the world we're living in right now.
Jimmy, you fucking idiot. We all had the cartoon Dick Tracy. He had a TV set on his watch. Someday we'll be able to transmit information via that. Come on, Jimmy.
And I wanted to show this real quick.
And-
Because this goes back to the message of this
I'm
show.
just kind
Don't-
of curious, what year did Dick Tracy the cartoon? Okay, Google. What year did the cartoon Dick Tracy originate? Okay, Google. What year did the Dick Tracy cartoon start? Pfft, 1931, dude. Come on, Jimmy. This guy didn't fucking predict anything.
Don't blame your neighbor. The people, we need to join together and fight the oligarchy who are screwing us both. So this guy says, I don't know if you can read
What
this.
a
Says, I only
visionary.
show up. This is at that mandate. And she's saying
Yeah.
that it's 40% Trumpers and 60%.
Wait. Okay, Google. What year was the book 1984 by George Orwell written? Okay, Google. What year was the book 1984 by George Orwell written? 1949, dude. But he's a visionary. Yeah, 1970. He predicted what George Orwell already predicted. But it was 1970. What a visionary. Okay, Jimmy. Hey, man. That shit was 1949, bro. All right? Jimmy, 1949, brother. Just so you know, man.
Hippies. And this guy, Cody, says, I only show up just because I hate any kind of mandate being enforced by the feds.
Is anybody
I
still in
have
the
no
audience?
interest in being united with the enemy.
I don't need to do this. I could just leave.
Now, I thought when he
You guys
said
aren't even
that,
chatting, man.
that
Except for
this was a
Billy.
lefty
Thank
saying
you,
he
Billy,
didn't wanna
by the way.
join with the Trumpers.
Anybody
That's
else
what I thought. So
gonna
I
engage
said,
me in
the
conversation this
enemy is the
morning?
oligarchy, not your neighbor, who was also desperate and oppressed by the oligarchs. He comes back, says it's not enough for COVID policies to end, but he responded by saying that he saw
Why did you
AOC
skip that?
and Joe Biden.
What did he
saying
say?
don't want to join with the Trumpers. That's what I thought. So
Oh,
I said
right.
the enemy is the oligarchy, not your neighbor, who was also desperate and oppressed by the oligarchs. He comes back.
It's not enough for COVID policies to end. Lockdowns killed more people than they saved. That's not true. That's the fucking narrative. And see, he's not allowed to put that on the goddamn internet. School closures and masking. Yeah, whatever. And vaccine mandates. Oh, yeah. Ruined. Yeah, everyone's lives are ruined from all these things. Yeah. These measures were crimes against humanity, and the people behind them should be held accountable. Yeah, okay. All right, dude. All right. Hey, Dave D.
It's not enough for COVID policies to end. But he responded by saying that he saw AOC and Joe Biden and anybody who votes for those people as his enemy. And that's just a mistake. Because the people who are voting for those people are
They're
voting
not your
for the
enemy.
same things that you want.
Right.
They want a
Sometimes you
living
guys will
wage.
agree on something, and that's what
They
Jimmy
want to
taught
end the
me.
wars. They want health care that isn't.
This is why we listen to people we disagree with, folks. This is why. Because even though, Max Blumenthal literally lies, straight out fucking lies. He's done it on the Jimmy Dore show. I've seen him do it before. Even though Jimmy Dore straight up fucking lies to his audience, and it fucking drives me crazy. I still get something out of everything I watch all the time. And that was the most important thing. I wish more of you were engaging me in conversation. And since you're not, I bid you a farewell. I will see you the next time it interests me to fire up a show. I don't know when that will be. I hope it will be sooner rather than later. If the attendance picks up on that would be great. Love y'all.